The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin, the strong take. The poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slay. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slay. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy on my paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl's still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm trouble, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not no trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gon' run up a check. Demand my respect, I'm doing the most. I never quit, they want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is
and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
Yes, we back. What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known and recognized symbol of YouTube excellence in edutainment, the Boss Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne to this ish, the king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth. Yours truly, the notorious one, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA and EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Also the man with one trabajo, that is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that ecclesiastically walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me James Bond, Malo Poppy, Hentai CGA, the Lord of the Lings, Greg Trick Adams, or you could call me CGA, the benevolent monarch, see God Allah, and you're looking at the reigning and defending 14-time demonetized champion of the world. Man, being demonetized ain't so unique anymore on YouTube. Being demonetized ain't so unique on YouTube. Did you guys hear what's been going on? Demonetized wave all across the YouTube. People threatening to sue YouTube. Out here, people pissed. And I'm like, now you know how I feel. All right. I've been working on this plantation like a slave ass nigga for the last 5 years. All right. Hit or missed a couple of years, man. Hey, man, welcome to the club, ass nigga. Welcome to the fucking club. Now you know how it feels, nigga. You know what I mean? They know how it feels. You know what I mean? Oh, they demonetized me for no reason. Yeah, tell me about it. All right. Dude, I was watching a video. I watch these every goddamn day, man. I'm looking at it like, man, look at these niggas. One dude was like, I got 3 channels demonetized for no reason. I was like, well, now you got to go get a job. All right, you got to go get a job. Imagine me getting demonetized over and over and over again, my nigga. All right, it was just like, yikes. All right, people threatening to sue YouTube. And I'm like, welcome to the club. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me when you get the class action lawsuit going, and I'll put a couple shekels towards your legal fees so I can collect my $287 once y'all settle with YouTube. All right, YouTube, you owe me $20 million. All right. And whoever that trick dude that's in the red pill, the dude that wear that bandana on his head, he got me demonetized. But anyway, I got demonetized before Fresh and Fit, before Pearl, before Andrew Tate. I was demonetized before all of them. All right. Except for Tommy Sotomayor. All right. But I was demonetized before all of them. I'm still demonetized, bro. It's a damn shame. But everybody, welcome to the club. Now join the money mindset so I can teach you how to scale a business around being demonetized. All right. Trust me, you can do it, but you're going to work for free, ass nigga. On this platform, you're going to work for free. Stop begging for YouTube to fix that shit. Anyway, I got some links here. You could see them there. My QR codes. You can see them available for you guys to watch playback because we did some research on YouTube. Lots of people are watching YouTube TV. All right, which is the New World Order, by the way. A lot of people are watching on YouTube TV, so they don't get the live chat. They don't get the links in the description box. They're watching on TV. They're washing their dishes. You know what I mean? They getting sucked off by their JUCO while watching me. Pause. And so this gives them an opportunity to jump in there and screenshot the QR code right there on your screen. We're ahead of the game. By the way, CGA is in the year 2032. And we're going forward and onward and onward. We're pressing onward. And if you see my video released on the Coach Greg Adams channel, we are in the boss up era. All right. We're in the boss up era. I know we're going to do some content over here related to what people call relationship and dating. We're still going to do that show over here, but we're in the boss up era on the Coach Greg Adams channel. All right. We're definitely morphing and evolving. And if you didn't know, I got to give you some secrets behind the scene of what I used to do on YouTube. By the way, did you guys know? This is my 15th year on YouTube. 15 years on YouTube. I tell you, man. I mean, this is 15 years on YouTube. But, you know, a lot of the things I used to talk about in 2019, 2018, 2020, it came to fruition already. And what people want to know is what's going to be in the future. New world. So we got to elevate the conversation because these clavicular niggas and these incel podcasters, I got to separate myself from these people, man. These people, man, these incel podcasters. All right, I got to separate myself from the masses and the idiots. So I have to take my message to the next era, to 2032. And what you're going to see is just like I walked 2018, 2019, 2020, and now it's 2026. And now you can see clearly now the rain is gone. Now you can see everything that I've talked about in my book, The Evolution, the monetized dating marketplace, the collapse of the dating marketplace, the birth rates never recovering. All right. All of those things, you can see it now. Now, the things that I'm going to bring on the Coach Greg Adams channel are going to be the same things, the same ideas, but they're going to be things that I'm going to just walk you to 2032. And then most people for the next 2 years on the Coach Greg Adams channel are going to think I'm insane. And then I'm going to point to it and say, I told you so. But I got to be ahead of the game because people like to copy me, but they don't like to copy me until it's safe. You know what I mean? It's safe to copy me. So they're going to start copying my flow. All right, over on the Coach Greg Adams channel. We're going to do it step by step, inch by inch. I got to reactivate that channel. The channel's dead. It's demonetized, and I haven't posted over there consistently in about 4 or 5 years. All right, I post every now and then over there and wake it up, but we're going to wake that channel up slowly but surely. The views are down, but the views will come back. Don't worry about it. All right, but it's going to be a 2-year process of walking that channel back, but it's going to be in the boss up era. All right, not the incel era. New world order. All right. None of that shit is going on over there. We got a new direction that we're going here, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm all about it because the evolution is here. By the way, if you got it, guys, go check out that video. Don't do it now. Go check out that video. You'll be quite surprised at how much evolution that I've actually had in 15 years. Guys, 15 years on this platform, and I have proof. I have the receipts of the first video I posted. It actually says 14, but of course, you know how they calculate shit wrong. But this is year 15 on this platform. Started in 2011. 2011. First video posted. So I survived. I'm still here. And I'm still standing. Anyway, to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious. CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat. New world order. On the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Just give me the likes. Don't pass the scroll. Mugga, molo. All right. And I took Friday off because we had Stream Mania going on, man. We were running wild. We were running wild in April. All right. I went January, December, November, December, and February, my Ling tour 2025.
What kind of fuck you give me?
And 2026. I spent 12 weeks in the land of the Lings. All right. I don't have any Lings pregnant at this moment. So that's quite shocking. All right. Because there could be about 20 pregnancies going on there, but that's neither here nor there. All right. These women don't want to get pregnant. All right. But yes, I spent 12 weeks in the land of the Lings. Now I'm back. I came back harder all April, Stream Mania, to get my stuff back together, to get in that mode. It was exhausting, man. So I had to take that Friday off. I was exhausted and I got some good rest. So I'm back, but we're going to make some changes. I'm not going to stream that much, man. All right. I can't do that, man. Maybe I'll come back and do it and maybe next month, but that was a lot. That was a lot. I was tired. I was irritable, all of that. I didn't even want to see JUCOs for about 2 weeks. I was like, I can't, I can't do it, but I'm back. Shout out to our brother here. It is on the 1st of March. So we need to acknowledge the people who hit me up on the 1st or 2nd of March. Okay. I'm scrolling up, looking at it going on here. Where are we at? All right, hold up for a second. I got to refresh the screen. All right, because it's giving me the 1st of March. I know that's not true. Okay, sorry, May. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you, as they say over there in the nerd category. All the nerds saying, may the 4th be with you. All right, shout out to you guys. Well, we got a brother here. It is Albert Wesker. Shout out to him, longtime supporter. Says, congratulations on 15 years on YouTube. 15 years, brother. Okay. I tried to send a super chat of $15,000, but it got blocked by the system. Jay-Z is full of it. He said on the song Cry, girls used to say I was ugly and wouldn't touch me. Then I pulled up in a dubbed out buggy. He was always about the money first. Why do you think? New world order. Why do you think Jay-Z is pivoting with this idea that he's like, nah, we give up. Okay. I give up. No more money over hoes. No, thank you. Bros over hoes. No, thank you. Why do you think he's doing this? All right, we're going to actually explore that. You guys have some good ideas already. Shout out to our brother, Dr. W. I was thinking about what you said the other day and asked ChatGPT. And it said, almost nowhere in a modern Western framework does marriage exclusively benefit the man. You never miss. Free agent lifestyle for life. Hashtag the shield. Hashtag the shield. I think women are trying to make the case that marriage overwhelmingly just benefits men. And nowhere ever is that the case. But of course, hey, I can't stop them from believing what they believe. I'm not even trying to fight them. All right. The incels are trying to fight them. Are there any incels in the building? All right. Any incels? New world order. Okay. Any incels here still trying to fight the fight? Any black men still trying to fight the fight for black women? These sisters need to get it together. Out here, all these, where y'all at? All right, where y'all at? Shout out to our brother, Dr. W says, I heard a quote and wanted to share it. Most men die at 25, but they're not buried. But they're buried when they're 70. Yeah, that's an old school quote. Old school quote. Most people die at 25. My biology professor used to say, people graduate from college and they're ready to die. All right. They graduate from college, they get married, and then they are waiting out death at that particular point. And if you look at married people, look how fat, ugly, and out of shape and sloppy they are. Okay. Yep. Most people, once you hit about 30, you just waiting to die. You just be like, well, death is next. All right. And then you just wait it out. And you're like, well, any moment now, but I'll have a little bit of fun in between, I suppose. All right. Anyway, yes, most people die. Most people die at 25, but they're not buried until 70. It's a sad thing. And most of the best ideas that ever existed are in the cemetery right now. All right. All the best ideas that have ever existed are right there, 6 feet under, or in the case of Louisiana, 6 feet over. All right. But most people have no follow through. They got good ideas and they die with them. Just scared. Shout out to our brother here, Brandon Beach. Shout out to the coach. Coming off of my weekend working at F1 in Miami. And let me say, the JUCO is not only alive, it's basically the D1 blue chip activity out here. Get your chicken bag up so you can participate. So you can participate in the JUCO. Did you see that Twitter? There was not Twitter. I keep calling it Twitter. But there was a cameraman. Let me see if we can do this. There was a cameraman got caught up. Let me see if I can do this. F1 cameraman in Miami. Cameraman Miami. And shout out to everyone that was out at F1 having a party. But there was a cameraman out at F1. All right. And he got caught up looking at some fine piece of calico. And I'm pretty sure there was much better pieces of calico out there in Miami. But this is a cameraman over at F1. All right. Here we go right here. And I'm pretty sure, man, I got to go to F1 in Miami. All right. Because I know it was hot. But check out this cameraman here watching. He done got sidetracked. And oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Look.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, my goodness gracious. The camera. Hey, man. Hey, focus on your job, homie. Focus on your job. And look at the dudes over here All right, look at the dude. The dude in the orange shirt. He's like, yeah, damn. All right, look. What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Man, they are starving out there.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Starving. All right, everybody's starving. And that was a nice, fine dime piece of calico right there, boy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Man, how much we talking about at the JUCO? Don't put the prices in there. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, the humanity.
Ooh, why, lordy. All right. Lordy, Miss Claudia. Hello. All right, I don't know, man. My pockets ain't that deep. All right, I might have to get the small version of that. Can I get the small fry? I don't think my pocket. I ain't got it, bro. All right, I'm gonna be like, can I get a sample? Can I get a sample? It's a little bit tough out there. Shout out to everyone. Press 1 in the chat if you was down in F1 in Miami this weekend. All right. I hope you guys had a good time. All right. F1 in Las Vegas coming up.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
F1 in Las Vegas coming up. Well, that's not until the fall. November, to be exact. Let me check some activity on the Cash app. It is our brother. It is our brother here. It is Nodak. Says Brazil in 10 days need to film. All right. Shout out to you. Go ahead and hit me up. Go ahead and hit me up on the email and let me know what you need and I can get you in touch. All right. Since you sent me a co-sponsorship, I got you, brother. Just an email.
I'm ready.
Just an email. I'll send you the info that you need. And shout out to our brother here. Ian Williams says Hollywood. New CGA. We got 1,000 people in the box. Do me a favor. Give me the likes, don't pass a scroll. We got Straggle Sniggle Theater coming up, man. Buckle your seatbelt. We got comedy up first.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Yeah. Straggle Sniggle Theater is back. All right, we got some funny stuff to show you right here. Straggle Sniggle Theater, we got a mouthpiece niggy right here. Tell me what city do you think him from? He's actually scrolling as Facebook dating, Instagram dating. I can't really understand what he's saying. Maybe you can if you're a true bound. This guy out here scrolling Facebook dating, and I think he has something that he likes up in there. Here we go.
You be on that Facebook dating shit, bro?
Hell no.
You crazy, but you get all the hoes that really like in your neighborhood and shit, but that Tinder and shit be showing you hoes from all the way different city, boy. Facebook dating show a bit that you used to work with, boy. My mama, boy. I only been on this bitch since like about 12, bro. They got 2 little matches, bro. And shit, y'all look low-key straight, but he gonna be biting on them motherfuckers, boy, for real, boy. They been to my some mommy of 3 looking for my husband, man. One of them kids that should have been that motherfucker, but you had 3 niggas that you could have chose from, man. Fuck. When the bitch start to get too fine on that bitch, you know you too far from your hometown, but you feel me, bro? Ain't no bad bitch really around this bitch for real. You really find some little shit on that bitch, though. That how I start fucking with JJ baby mama, bro. My mama, bro. She was on that bitch where they were arguing and shit. I ain't mean to click the light shit, but that bitch, that's gonna put that bitch like me back. Larissa. But this the bitch that told me she ain't want to fuck with a nigga right now. What the fuck that bitch?
Nigga shit.
Anybody know what
the
city?
real problem is niggerism.
Stop.
That's the real problem.
Anybody know what city he's talking? Where is he from? All right. I don't know what he was saying. I picked up about a couple of words here and there. All right. But apparently, ladies, do you date guys like this? Ladies? All right. Possibly. All right. What city is this? Somebody said Shreve, Niggaport. I don't know. White people. I don't even know. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just asking him. I'm just sitting back trying to figure out what he's talking about here.
What that mean?
Okay. Anybody? I think that's definitely Niggaport, Louisiana. All right. For sure. Maybe Shreveport. Something like that. Baton Rouge. He got the Boosie fade. So that might be Baton Rouge. All right. Anyway, I don't know.
Oh, man. Hell no, that bitch lame. If I'm finna shit, I'm still finna light. I'm finna take this bitch. Yeah, you can test a bit before you even fuck with a bit. You feel? I can take the bit right now. You know that, bro, you remember that bit we used to work with, bro?
Oh, yeah.
I told you, bro, that bitch had all that on my mama, bro. Shit, a little bit might be trying to crack. Man, you be on that Facebook dating shit, bro?
Hell no.
You crazy, but you.
All right, you can get some. I bet you he gets it for free too. I definitely think he gets it for free. I'm pretty sure. All right, and I'm pretty sure he has some kids too. I'm pretty sure some lady let him produce kids. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I did pick up Facebook dating. All right, he was on Facebook dating, but anybody from the South, probably you can let me know. I'm pretty sure this is the deep, deep South. All right, Straggle Sniggle Theater. Hey, man, who says a pog does not come in handy every once in a while? Now, we got some nasty boys in the building. You got some nasty boys here?
Oh, that's nasty.
You got some your hand if you're a nasty boy in here. Well, we got some pogulations going on here and some big pimping pogging running the ism. We got a brother out here that makes good use of his pog, ain't just for clapping cheeks. Let's see what we got right here. Apparently, this man, his shoes are up here on the pole up here, and he found a good use for his poggy. There she is on her hands and knees. Let's see what happened on this video.
My nigga is crazy, folks. Get your shoes, bro. Get it how you live, bro. If she don't love this, listen, she don't love you, my nigga. If she ain't, listen.
Look at that. She got a strong back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Look at that. Hey, man, sometimes you get a poggy that will do. Look, man, poggy got a strong back. She could take good back shots out here. And look at this nigga with these clean-ass shoes. All right, it's always this. Wait a minute. Let's get the music going real quick.
Skinny black dude, big white girl. Skinny black dude, big white girl. Skinny black dude, white girl. Skinny black dude, big white girl.
All right, and somebody said in the comment section, this is reparations. Like, this is reparations? Oh, my goodness. And take a look at him, man. Boy, oh, boy. Look at this now.
Yeah, that's brother.
He also gets it for free, too. He's mighty clean. Apparently, there's some shoes up here. So let's see if he can.
Go, man. Get them shoes, man. Okay. Times, my nigga.
Oh, and look at that. Oh, my goodness, Poggy. I got a couple of big slump busters and knock knee that will do that, too. All right, because they love daddy out here.
Get him, daddy.
All right, so I got a couple of girls that would get on their hands and knees and let daddy step on them too.
Get him, daddy.
As soon as I say it, just get on your knees, and she'd be like,
okay, daddy.
All right, let's go full screen. I'd be like, get on your knees, and she'd be like,
okay, daddy.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, daddy.
Get him, daddy.
All right, just like that. All right, look, do you guys have poggies that'll get on their hands and knees?
It's crazy.
All red face and everything. Look, boy, she ain't got no pride. I'm pretty sure the feminists going crazy. You know, women are like, get up. You know how women, when a woman gets on her knees to propose, the women will be like, get up in the comment section. Just say they won't get no pressure. All right, Jesus. All right, what about my cold approach, guys? You got some cold approach niggas in here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a cold approach OG out here, and we did a stream over on Locals this past weekend about never JUCO in public. Do not JUCO in public, guys. We can do this right from our couch, right from our desk, right from our iPhone. We don't have to JUCO out in public because it's still a little bit taboo out here. You know, they don't mind seeing you at the amusement park, going to dinner. They don't mind you seeing going on a vacation. But when you're cold approaching in public at the JUCO, it's still taboo, even if the girl is going. And we have an example of that. We have an old OG in the gym that cold approached a pretty young thing. And she ended up snitching on the nigga. So let's go ahead and play real quick on World Star Hip Hop. Here we go.
First of all, don't ever touch me again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
You don't go up to random strangers in a gym.
I respect you. I respect that.
Come with me. Follow me. Come with me.
I didn't mean no disrespect.
Excuse me, sir. This man tried to come up to me and grab my arm when I was on the machine.
Hold up, I just tapped you on the shoulder.
You don't do that.
On the shoulder.
Wait, hold up for a second.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, stop glitching. All right, first of all, you are a dumb nigga, all right?
Look at this bitch ass nigga.
All right, bruh. I'm telling you, man, dudes do not realize the old days are gone. You cannot just go up and touch a woman, even if you touch her on her arm or shoulder, whatever it is. These women have been trained to have, you know, especially if you ain't that dude, they are trained to just go crazy. They're going to get the ick. And then the crazy part about it, she said, come with me. And he came with her. But, bruh, hold on for a second. Kamala.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
She said, come with me. And like you was in like the 3rd grade or something. And you followed her over there for her to snitch on you. Bruh, take that L. Man, I would have just been like, are you serious, bro? As soon as she would have said something, I would have been like,
shut your bitch ass up.
You literally followed her for her to snitch and point you out. Hey, excuse me, manager. Him touched me on the arm. Him interrupted me when I was trying to work out. And you followed her? Oh my goodness, boy. These some new niggas out here, bro. Like, these dudes don't know how to deal with women today at all. Hat backwards too. Hat backwards, it figures. And look at my man. All right, this must be Planet Fitness. All right, here we go.
I didn't grab you.
This is the second time he's come up to me.
Oh, now she lying.
I was just being friendly. How you doing this next?
She was trying to tell me to smile.
Man, you know me, man. You know, I ain't like that. I don't try to talk to nobody. I'm a happy man, man. I don't try to.
I feel sorry for your wife.
Just to keep this simple. Eric, separate.
No problem. No problem.
Right there, y'all right there. Yep, I was just keep it simple.
First of all, he's lying. Both of them are lying. Let's just get this straight. Both of them are lying. All right, first of all, he's like, I was just saying hi. No, you weren't. You went over there to try to holler in her ear, holler monster ass nigga. And then I'm a happily married man. Why you hollering at a pretty young thing then in the gym? Happily married. And she like, I feel sorry for your wife. Now she lying, talking about it was the second time, but looking at him, I'm pretty sure it was the second time. He tried to holler at her. You know what I mean? I would put it in your tight little crispy. All right, but anyway. Right. And you know me, I wouldn't do this. Abba-dabba-dabba. And holla monster ass nigga. All right, good look at this goofball.
I don't want to see y'all together.
And by the way, this is a dead giveaway. Hands up, you're lying. All right, you're lying. Anytime somebody be like, I was just trying to, this is a liar. Come on, bro. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You try to holler at her and keep it on the low. She called you out. She hit you with the rejection. You went mode 4 and then called you over to the principal's office and you went. All right, I'll give it up. I'm just trying to say, I just talked to her once. I was just telling her with the raspy nigga voice. You know, he been on alcohol for a long time. He been on that E&J. He be on that Bartles and James every night. Goodness, I was just trying to, I'm happily married. I wasn't trying to do nothing. You lying.
Tell that to him. The married man with a wife.
Yeah, I was just being friendly. I wasn't trying to come off with that, you know.
You lying.
The next time you touch me, I'm rocking.
Oh my goodness. All right. Come on, man. Volume here. Turn that shit off. Saw a loud ass commercial in my ear. She said, and the next time you touch me, damn. All right, my man started doing the whole tap dance, shuffle, backslide, moonwalk, and all that shit. Called his damn bluff, you goofy ass holla monster. That's what you get.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man. What you going to do? Look out, boys. It's coming through. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Here's my advice. Stop approaching women, guys, older men. I'm just going to tell you this. Guys, when you approach younger women, please understand they whip out their phones fast. If they're not feeling you, and there's a 98% chance when you're an older man with a younger woman, especially in the gym, especially when they're at work, especially when, you're driving an Uber, something like this, they're going to record you, and they're going to record you and post you all over the internet. I've been warning you guys. How many years have I been warning people of this? I've been warning you for years. They're going to start recording you and posting you on the internet. Now, you can't get mad. All right. But I've been the one saying why cold approach is dead, because this is a high risk, especially if you're married or older and you have a reputation. Some of you guys don't have a reputation, you Jiffy Lube workers, so you don't care. But I have a reputation. You can't do this. You cannot do this. I've been saying for years that they're going to start recording you and posting you. So this is another example of it. He deserves what he got. Everybody knows about the gym. If you're not that dude and you approach a woman, you liable to get posted and recorded on the internet. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, that's Straggle Sniggle Theater. Good luck. Oh, by the way, somebody wants to know, what's your advice on how to approach them? This is what you do.
Here comes the bankroll. Here it comes.
This is what make it all happen right there.
That's what make it happen.
This what make it happen.
If a man want to know how to meet a nice woman, how you meet her?
With this. First damn word come out your mouth. I got money.
But those not respectable women.
I don't want no respect. I want some ass. Damn the respect. I want you to break down like a 12-gauge double barrel shotgun and show me what you're working with.
But don't you want commitment?
What? To who?
You don't want to be committed.
I'm committed to getting her to that bedroom and giving her what she needs.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin, the strong take. The poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
Hey. Is this thing on? Apparently, Klay Thompson, I know you guys are still talking about Klay Thompson. You're still making videos. Your guys paid your rent making videos about Klay Thompson. I guess I'm going to start doing that strategy over on the Coach Rick Adams channel. I'm just going to beat a subject like a dead horse. Pause. I'm going to beat it like it stole something. All right. Shout out to Klay Thompson. Apparently, he's recovered very well from the Megan Thee Stallion debacle. You guys saw him on the boat. You guys saw him on the boat. All right. The nigga was on the boat. He was having fun. He was out there smoking a stogie. He was out there right there off the boat. You know, a flatback Supreme was not that far away. But apparently we have an update. We have an update on Klay Thompson, y'all. This is nobody has this. Only I have this. Nobody has this. All right. Klay Thompson has recovered, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just go ahead and show you what he's recovered with real quick. And oh no, Klay. Yes, sir.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Yes, sir.
American people, 8 kind of fuck.
Yes.
Love fuck, hate fuck, sex only
oh,
fuck, breakup
yeah.
fuck, makeup fuck, drunk fuck, body fuck, pity fuck.
And look at him showing teeth. He's showing teeth out here. Look at that smile, bro. All right, Klay Thompson got him a little lingy ling. All right, yes, indeed. And she looked happy, too. And he looked happy as hell with that tight. Oh, yeah. What happened, Klay? Tell me what happened.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Hey, he said, wasabi, baby. Hey, I got to get me some lingy lings. Forget that, watabi wasta. All right? Watachi wasta. Fuck all that. He said, forget that watashi wasta. I'm going to go get me some.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right. He don't need no Meg Thee Stallion. He need Ling. The Lingy. All right. Lingy Ling. All right. Shout out to Lingy Ling.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Watashi wasta. He done got him some yellow fever.
American people, 8 kind of fuck.
I love it, Klay. I love that for you, sir. All right, and look at that big ass grin on your face. You look at your ass, nigga. You starving for some Ling. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
He's a smart man. He's a smart man. Oh, the sisters are upset in the comment section right there. Hey man, that's a good Ling right there.
What kind of fuck you give me?
I like that one right there, man. All right, what are we doing here? All right, hold on for a second. Let's check the comment section on this one here. Okay, let's see here. Oh, look at the woman. Y'all are weird as hell in these comments. Oh, stop. Stop. All right. Stop it. Yeah, 90% of people will lose Meg over this too. Indeed.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, what does CGA say right here? Easy choice 100 times out of 100. Hello, Klay. That's an easy choice. Meg the Stallion or Ling? I mean, that is a no-brainer. Dude, look, people always think, I don't have a fascination with this Megan Thee Stallion woman. I don't get it. But of course, you see me on Locals, I really don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. If you follow me on Locals, I don't get it at all. All right, I'm like, what are y'all looking at? I don't get it. Okay, I've never got it on this Megan Thee Stallion. I think she looks too manly to me. All right, and I don't care about her fat juicy ass. But look, give me a Ling all day. All right.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, this is an easy choice. If I had Megan Thee Stallion and this woman in front of me 100 times and they clear my memory every time, I'm picking this one.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right. Anyway, I'm picking this easy. All right. And it says right here, this woman says, or I think it's a man says, wanted it tighter. Yes, indeed. Okay. As an Asian woman, do not pit two sisters against each other and make it about race. We are not competing. Sorry. Step to the side. Step to the side. Hell yeah, Klay traded mud for gold. Yes, indeed. All right. If he did this to Meg, why wouldn't he do it to you, sweetheart? Oh, these women hurt. They hurt and bitter. Them Asians faithful too? Now, I don't know about that. All right, let me tell you, man. Asian women cheat very well. Asian women are, to me, the biggest cheaters. All right, they cheat good. All right, they cheat sneaky. They right in front of you. They right in front of you and cheat. You'll be sitting right next to you and cheat on you, and you'll come back and be like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? How did you cheat on me? I was watching you the whole time. Watching you. This one says 10 times better, to be honest. Okay, and got tired of that attitude and cave of a JJ. All right, goodness gracious. We all know Klay upgraded, bros. All right, Klay upgraded from fake hair to real hair. All right, and I would too. This is an easy one.
What kind of fuck you give me?
I'm gonna tell you, man. Shout out to Klay Thompson here. Let's put her back on the screen out here and celebrate Klay, because everybody been talking madness about him. But look, man, let's celebrate him again on this one. I think this is a good, easy win. This is an easy win. Tightly packed. Damn. All right, Klay. Damn. Can I get a piece? All right, I'm next. All right, I'll never go next. Anyway, shout out to Klay Thompson. Let's go to the super chats out here and the supporters. And let's check out the pay pizzle for shizzle, my nizzle. All right, that's an easy win. And y'all be like, Coach, man, you just hate black women. I don't hate them. I don't hate black women. I don't hate women. I love women. All right, anyway. Now, if you follow me on Locals, that's another story. Anyway. All right, who's up over here? It is our brother here, the officer. Officer Brayon says, Coach, I'm lonely and I could use a crazy thick Latina right now. I just need to say that out loud. Now back to monk mode. Shout out to you. You'll get your money up, your money getting right. And a crazy thick Latina. All right, I know what side of the country you live on. That might be a little tough. All right, that might be a little tough. So you might have to get on the airplane. By the way, Spirit Airlines closing down. Thank you to the Democrats. All right, I'm not getting political. Stop being political. All right, but they wanted they don't want Spirit Airlines to survive. What are the pajamas and strags and pajamas going to do now? What are they going to do? How are they going to get around? How you guys going to get around without this cheap airline tickets? All right, I've never flown Spirit, but shout out to Spirit Airlines, 30-something years, never a plane crash. They have a clear record. I just will never get on that plane. All right, I like comfort on my airlines. You know me, I'm bougie. But sometimes, you can't help it. You got to get on one of these puddle jumpers and one of these connecting flights, and I got to get on this piece of shit airline. I'm like, oh my God. I almost booked a Spirit flight once, and I was like, nah. But I've been trying to pander for people to dress up. And without these discount airlines, and they're going to go out of business, all right, because they can't keep up. There's not a lot of people that are going to fly these airlines enough. They're just going to keep collapsing. Frontier, next. They're going to collapse too. Okay. JetBlue. I mean, it's only a matter of time. The writing's on the wall. Southwest end up pivoting and figure out how to act like they were giving you a discount, right? They were acting like they were going to give you a discount, and they figured it out. Well, we're not going to give them a discount. We're just going to upsell them on everything. But Spirit Airlines, the airline of the Strag Soul plane, out of business. What did I tell you guys, man? It's time to boss up. It's time to boss up. We got to take the elevation. We got to elevate the conversation, man. The old is out. The new is in. Yesterday prices aren't today's prices. All right. Airline prices is going to skyrocket because these low income hitting ass people, they ain't going to be able to fly. They're not going to be able to pay. There's no competition. And here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. I'm just let y'all know. You cannot structure your business around broke people. Money Mindset Gems dropping some blue chips early this morning. All right. I like some blue chips drop. Stop structuring your business around broke people. All right. You're going to go out of business. Eventually, you're going to have to switch up. Listen, I've been around for a long time. I'm an old man. And I'm a dirty old man at that. But here's a Money Mindset link for y'all to get the boss up and priced out. Man, y'all getting priced out. I remember Hyundai came out at a time where these discount automobiles, this was around the late 80s, mid to late 80s, early 90s. And Hyundai, you guys know the car company Hyundai. All right, they came out with a discount car called the Excel. That was the car that Rodney King was supposedly driving 80 to 100 miles an hour down the freeway. Now, I know that's a damn lie. All right, a Honda Excel, 120 miles an hour, lies. All right, but he still got his ass whooped and started a whole little kerfuffle. But at the end of the day, they came out with a discount automobile, but eventually they bossed up and they were like, we're not in the discount automobile price anymore. You're going to have to pay up. But some cars, they was like, we still going to promote for the everyday person. All right, and they're out of business. Remember Yugo? Yes, I remember them. Yugo nowhere. Yugo and Hyundai came out right around the same time. Where's Yugo at? Nowhere. Right? Hyundai is still out here trying to copy Mercedes-Benz, but that's neither here nor there. They ended up saying we cannot promote a business around helping the common person. We're eventually going to have to price them out. Same thing in Spirit Airlines and these discounts. When you start a business, stop making your business centered around broke people and the everyday average person. You're going to go broke. Yep. Kia as well. Kia was like, oh, discount car. They start stealing them in Atlanta. Let's make our cars a little bit more like a Hyundai or a Mercedes, a cheap Mercedes. Anyway, but you guys got to understand that, man. I know the everyday average people is growing here. The middle class is eroding and a lot of people are going broke. We're going to talk about that because people are going to look for answers. I'm going to give them answers and they're still not going to like it. But that's where we are in our world today. That's where we are. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, as they say, as the young people say. Sorry, not sorry. We got, do we got some love over on the Venmo? Let me check. I'm just refreshing the apps and then we'll go over to Ko-Fi and see if there's any love and people woke up and chose violence today. It is our brother Sean. He says, yo, coach, it's me, the guy who got a chick and stopped watching. He says, rewatching now, laughing my ass off. He says, PMO, coach, how do I get her back? Laughing my ass off. She the hottest I ever dealt with. Florida calling my name. Oh, no. Oh, we got one. We got one, gentlemen. Every now and then this happens. A sucker for love ass nigga gets here. You know what I mean? You guys like, coach, man, just sitting here talking about the same thing over and over again. We getting tired of it. All right, coach is a nihilist. Coach is negative Nancy. All right. And then he out there, you know, I'm leaving, man. I got me a real one. I got a girl that rocks with me. Coach out here, he couldn't get a girl like this. All right. And you was all laying up in her, all of that. And guess what? Whoops. Whoopsies. A little bit too early. You spoke too soon. All right. You almost had it. Almost had it. Well, all I can say is welcome back. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. Welcome back. But the dreams of the bed, but the turnaround. Who'd have thought you need you? Who'd have thought you need you? Where you greet you? All right. With your freezing the lock, with your tip by the top. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Who cares about the words? All right. You know what I'm talking about. Welcome back, man. All right. But let me just tell you something here. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something, man. And this is going to hurt you. Right now, somebody is tagging that ass right now. Somebody is tagging it. I'm talking about cream pie, raw. Somebody's shit is sliding out from between her legs, and she like slide it back in. She taking her hand and trying to get that trunk back in. She trying to shove it back in with her own hands. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you got her legs bent over and you, I done slipped out. She like put it back right now. She grabbing at somebody's and trying to get it. She let somebody raw dog and nut. Raw, filling her up. And she laying in the ooze, just laying there, just oozing. She just laying in it. Right now, toes curled up. Second round. Peace leave right the mouth, right down the gullet. All right, right down the gullet at this very moment, right now. Raw. All right, anyway. Look, man, it's a cold, evil world right now. Right now, she's thinking that if she got pregnant right now, she wouldn't even know who the baby daddy is, you or whoever the last 2 or 3 guys were. But right now, I know that don't make you feel good, but you needed that medicine. I know it's going to enrage you. You're upset right now. I know you're upset.
Do you have the stomach?
I know you're upset, but somebody had to tell you. Because otherwise, somebody's going to make you think she's just twiddling her thumbs, waiting by her phone, waiting to see if you call. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. Or are you waiting by the phone? You think she's waiting by the phone with her knitting? She's, she knits, coach. She's knitting. Watching Love Island. I hope he calls me back. All right, but anyway, I hope that helps you. Good luck. All right, so anyway, it is an evil world out there. But all weekend, she been getting her cheeks ecclesiastically clapped. All right, all weekend. And then she gonna hit you up on Monday or Tuesday. How was your weekend? Hey, man, ladies, are you listening to me? Ladies, are you in here? Press 1 in the chat if you're here, or touch yourself right here on your love button. All right, go to the bathroom and put your right here on your pearl tongue. Or just say, meow, daddy. All right, just say meow to daddy. I know you got time. All right, you got time if you're at work.
Get him, daddy.
Stop counting beans for a second, ladies. Ladies at work counting beans, punching numbers on the screen, pushing papers and pencils around, getting manila envelopes and filing them. Right now, there's a woman right now making fucking labels. All right, she's making labels for her boss. All right, typing them in, taking labels and taking the sticker off and putting them on folders like they were in kindergarten and shit. Getting paid $25 an hour to do this shit. Listening to me simultaneously on an Excel spreadsheet, putting in formulas like, look at me, I'm a girl boss. Sharpening pencils. All right, look at this. Putting lead in mechanical pencils. Making sure the erasers are there, erasing the dry erase board, listening to me on their headphones for the meeting. All right. I went to school for this. All right, look at this right here. Typing in fucking PowerPoint. What do they call it? PowerPoint? What do they call it? All right, Microsoft PowerPoint, making the PowerPoint slide. Getting ready for her Zoom meeting. Click, click, schedule meeting. Click, 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 click. All right, Jesus, where y'all at, ladies? Talking about, I need a raise for this job. Scrolling on their mouse. Loading paper into the Xerox machine. All right, we need another tab of paper. Doing their inventory run in the closet. All right, we need more pads or paper. We need pencils. We need pens. Tally. Taking lunch pizza orders. Tally, what will you have? What will you have? All right, we need 14 pieces of pepperonis. All right, where these bros at? Hey, ladies, where y'all at, bro? I know what y'all doing right now. I know what y'all doing. Y'all earning y'all money, man. Y'all earning your money, baby. Sitting there listening to CGA on the damn show. I love y'all, baby. I love y'all. Taking dictation. All right, we got a meeting. I got to take dictation today. Going to lunch meetings with your superiors, hoping that you get promoted. What can I do to get promoted to a junior executive? And the dude sitting across from you thinking like, you know what you can do? That's what you can do, and you can get promoted right on up. But he can't say that. So he's got to be like, well, if you're a little bit more diligent about your approach, and you're taking notes and showing a little bit of assertiveness, if you're telling us what you want to do and you're goal oriented, he's giving you the corporate shit. But what he really wants to say is, that's what he really wants to say. He said, you can suck my with some fat whole lips. All right, that's what he says. But he can't tell you that, so. But I'll tell you what he wants to tell you. All right, but anyway. Shout out to everybody that went to medical assistant school. And your job is to type labels. All right, that's what you're going to do. You went to school and went to DeVry, paid $40,000 to do an accelerator program of 12 to 18 months. And now you're in $80,000 of student loan debt so you could put labels on files. But shout out to you for that. I don't know. You did it, but typing labels, ass bitch. All right, you're like, all right, label, Robinson, print. Oh, my goodness. Hey, ladies, I love you, man. Don't ever say I don't love you. What was I going to ask you? I don't even know what I was going to ask you. I really don't know. I really don't know what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you something. Somebody remind me what I was going to ask him. All right, anyway. Somebody, sending out emails. Oh, don't forget about the emails and organizing calendars. All right, let me see here. Let me get everybody's calendar. You got 17 people here organizing their little calendar. You're looking at the calendar, putting it in, color coding your calendar and shit. I'm trying to figure out what I was going to ask him, because I was going to ask him something important. But anyway. Oh, I think I was going to ask him about how fast what? I can't remember. Anyway, shout out to our brother Macaroni Tony, but I was going to give confirmation to the brother that lost his girlfriend. Probably that's what I was going to do here. But it's not it. I guess we don't need it. We don't need it, ladies. Somebody help me out. All right. Anyway, shout out to our brother. It is Macaroni Tony. Coach said it years ago. Rap industry is just the world wrestling entertainment. Mr. Big Pimpin' walking back all of his toxicity. Yes, he is. And we're going to tell you why. We're going to tell you why here. Shout out to our, is it a brother or sister? I can't tell you. I can't tell, but the name says sister. Did you get clapped? All right, she got clapped in the chat. All right, I don't know how to do it. Pause that fast. Gotta look up. It takes a long time for me to search the name, but I'll screenshot it and I'll come back. All right, so shout out to you on that one. Somebody clapped you inside the chat. I was gonna speak about how they disappear. Oh, that's what I was gonna think about. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me tell y'all something here. This is what I was going to tell the women real quick. I'm going to just tell you something here. Thank you for reminding me. Be my cue. This is what I was going to remind you. Ladies, please don't do this. And if you do, you're going to lose mad respect right there for a guy you like. If all week long, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, You trying to meet up with your dude, all right? There's a dude you're interested in. There's a dude that you're trying to play coy and nice girl to, because we know you're playing this whore to someone else. But whoever you're playing nice guy to, do not go the whole weekend and not text him and then show up on Monday and text on Monday. Like, that's going to get you blocked. I mean, I'm talking about blockski. I don't care what part of the dating landscape you're on, the talking stage, the reconnecting stage, the trying to get back into the life, the trying to schedule, trying to pencil in, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Do not go missing from Friday night to Monday morning and show up Monday morning with a text. I'm blocking your motherfucking ass or leaving you on red. I cannot stand that. Where was you at on Sunday? Where was you at on Saturday? I know where you was at. You was sucking dick. All right, look. But it is what I'm telling you, man. But that's going to get you eradicated, like the Eradicator. I mean, no respect for people that do that. I mean, I don't even try to do that. Like, if I'm trying to get with somebody, I'll either let the whole weekend slide and catch up in the middle of the week, or just say, oh, I dropped the ball or whatever. But do not. And guys, you too, same thing. This is what get people to just really not take you seriously. Friday night go by, Saturday all day go by, Sunday all day go by, Monday, hey, handsome. He come Monday afternoon. Hey, handsome, just thinking about you. How was your weekend? All right. And I'll be like, oh, shit.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Blocked. Don't ever text me ever again. Just don't text me again ever. All right. Just don't text me again. You fumbled the fucking bag. Don't act like, oh, I was kind of super busy. I had my nephew and my niece and my uncle, my play cousin, my homie that I went to school with was in town. I had a family thing, a family gathering. I don't give a fuck what it was. Just leave me alone the rest of your life. Or the rest of your life, just go ahead and kick ecclesiastical rocks all the way up and down your rear end, all the way there. Stick it up your nose with a rubber hose. All right, you get nothing. You get Nathan. Do not let the whole weekend go by and then, hey, handsome on Monday. All right, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Hell no. Nope. Don't sit in that good morning. No, don't show up on Monday. The next time you show up is on Friday and ask what time you coming over to grab ankles. That's it. That should be the next text. I'm coming over to grab ankles. I'm coming over to make it up. Other than that, I don't want to hear a damn word from you anyway. Anyway, shout out to the people out here trying to date. Shout out to our sister Janelle. All right, I think it's a sister. I'll try to help you out, but it's not an easy thing to do midstream what you're asking for, especially I don't like a lot of dead airspace on my podcast, so I got to talk all the way through it. Anyway, coming up next, we have Fuck You Boss Up, F You Boss Up for the bitch ass niggas and the incels. I asked earlier if the incels were in the building. Any incels in here? Do you want to make yourself known? Are there any haters here? We know we got some haters in the house, right? Haters are waiting for the stream to end, all right, so they can put their talk shit comment right at the top. I know how you guys work. But Mr. Handsome Paul says, say it ain't so. Not Mr. Big Pimpin'. This niggy, Jay-Z, moonwalk so bad he could have starred in Michael. I'm losing respect for a lot of the OGs that have been grown soft or complete 180 on all their words. I understand growth, but damn, look at Jay-Z. All right.
Look at this bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, people grow up. People's circumstances change. People have a different opinion on, some things that they believe, but we're going to tell you why he's doing this. Okay, we're going to tell you why he's doing this. And shout out to Leon. He says, I don't fly much, but some of the issues could be that it wasn't just the Fed. The government don't want to bail out Spirit, but the bigger airlines knew that buying Spirit wasn't worth it. And they were in a catch-22. They had too much debt. Spirit Airlines is definitely doesn't have a good reputation. In order to keep Spirit alive, they would have to assume the debt, number one, and number two, they would have to overcome all of the prejudices that people have related to that particular airline. So yeah, it was a lose-lose, and they had to let it fail. But by the way, what did they bankrupt? What did they owe? Like 30-something million in debt? All right, a lot of debt. A lot of debt being wiped off. I hope it is not a Chapter 7 because that's a lot of debt. By the way, 15 to 19,000 people out of a job right now, and rent is gonna be due.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
A lot of JUCO Spirit flight attendants are gonna be in a bind in the next 60 to 90 days. So the JUCO gonna be litty. By the way, can I say this? There's been a lot of pushback on the age of consent going on here, and I know there's a big conversation going on here. Welcome to America, the Western world. I do believe that they're going to raise the age of consent ignorantly in the next few years, and they're not going to solve the problem. They're just kicking the can down the road. People are definitely uncomfortable with this idea that I don't think they'll raise the age of consent, but they'll just put a buffer in between it, and they'll say, okay, well, 18 is technically legal, but still going to put a couple of 2 years Romeo Juliet in front of it. Right now, the age of consent is 16. Overwhelmingly in the nation, in the world, and in this country, 32 plus states have it at 16. Some with a Romeo Juliet buffer, some without one. I live in Nevada, it's 16, but nobody really goes after 16-year-olds like that. I don't care what age, but there's a lot of conversation with that, and I'm not advocating for it. What I'm saying is people are really using an emotional argument for something they don't really understand why it exists worldwide. But this kind of tells you where things are going in the Western world, that just pushing women's fertility further along, and then when they don't have a lot of fertility to lend back to you, they're going to then lend it back to you or make you buy it, Mr. and you. All right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with this that is going to play into the entire thing. So they're making this move to do so, and a lot of conversation around that. So people are trying to navigate it, but what you're seeing is the conversation. Yeah, this is more population control, more feminism. I get why they're doing it. I understand why a woman would do that. And I understand why men shouldn't play too close to it. But now you're having a major problem trying to understand why it was that way in the first place. Right? It was not for 50-year-old men to come on down. All right. But if you take the Virgin Mary story, it is what it is. But now we have a problem in where you're going to have women negotiate fertility in a small window. All right. In a small window. I know people say they can have kids at 44. I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, but people are going to do it. And you're just sitting back looking at this, and you're just like, this is insanity. Again, you can't just willy-nilly make laws because you're uncomfortable with it. Now, some people might be comfortable with it, but that's what we're having. And that's just going to affect a whole bunch of other things, which is going to make it difficult for people to talk about the readiness of people to be in relationships. Okay. What is the readiness for people to be in relationships? For men now, if they say let's just say they push the age of consent to 20, that means women's readiness for relationships is going to go all the way to 35 at this point. Okay. 35. And you're just like, oh my goodness. we're really going to the point of no return. We're really going to the point of no return. The old days are gone. They're not coming back. But they're out here now. My thing is, they're out here throwing their ass in the circle in between all of that. It's interesting. We're at the point of no return. It's not coming back, man. Interesting conversation. But, I've been warning you of this. I've been warning you of this time. And they really got to have to figure out what they're going to do with the men during this time period. What are they going to do with the men? What are they going to do with the guys? What are men supposed to do in this meantime? And then, I don't know. There's too much going on here. Women are like, but it totally makes sense. You're not an adult yet. Yeah, but you are an adult. I mean, you are an adult, but you're still a child. Your brainstem isn't developed as they're smoking vape and weed. Like, wait a minute. You're drinking, partying, smoking, and fucking. All right, but nope. Having a party. Any incels in the building? You guys still haven't identified yourself? I know you're here. You just came from watching the recent clavicular video. Clavicular's going to be all right. I did a report on clavicular on the Coach Greg Adams channel. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Gen Z, we have Fuck You Boss Up. This is a good segment right here. This is a good segment.
Better boss up, nigga.
This is a good segment right here because we were just talking about this. Shout out to Suck Up a Love ass niggas here. All right, Gen Z women are having a tough time picking love over career. Okay, love over career. Here's some data here on an article that was released just this past week on CNBC, or the C New World Order. New World Order. All right, we're going to take a look at this one. Take a look at what's happening to your nieces and your cousins. This is the women here, and shout out to this. This look like a Ling. This look like maybe a Blasian. All right, shout out to her. This is psychology and relationships. 25% of Gen Z women think they must choose between love and a career,
so I could focus on my career.
It's the greatest challenge for women, says experts. You see this? Gili Malinsky. All right, shout out to the author here.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
April 27, 2026. Say it ain't so. CGA's got the pulse on the world here. I told you we're going to be here. As Gen Z women enter adulthood, I thought it was a kid, and start their careers, many are considering what their future lives could look like. Nearly half, 47% of Gen Z women say they want to be happily married with kids and a stable job, according to research. But it says right here, but another 23% say they would rather have a highly successful, independent, and famous career, even if it means they're staying single. All right, there you go right there. All right, I'm going to continue reading. In fact, when it comes to the old age challenge of work-life balance, which there's no such thing, many question what's really possible. 25% of Gen Z women believe you must choose between a career and love. You can't have both. What do you think about this here?
So I could focus on my career.
It's not a new conundrum. Trying to have a robust personal life and a career has been the greatest challenge for women throughout history. That's not true. That's not true. It's throughout recent history. That's what I would say. Throughout recent history. Okay. If you actually look at the work life of people, I mean, you don't even have to go that far back, but I'm a drunk historian. So I would just say, go back to 1870, 1890. I mean, you go back there, women had it pretty clear of what they were going to do. If they weren't working in textile and manufacturing, they were out there slaving away at home. And I don't even think it was slaving. I think women more or less were running the roost. Like they were running the house. I think what people look at it as they were slaving themselves, I think women were asserting themselves as the dominant person in the house. All right, but that's, again, that's all debatable. That's just my opinion. But women in recent history have to choose between life and a career. And look, man, let me just tell you, as a Gen Xer, shout out to my Gen Z people. Press 2 in the chat if you're a Gen Xer. All right, I'm a Gen Xer. As a Gen Xer, let me just tell you, I've watched the boomer women go through this, and I've watched the Gen Xers go through this. And while I will say, for their own sanity and peace, for their own belief of what they've been able to accomplish, for their own benefit of raising children, maybe as a single mother or a divorcee or a co-parent, may I just say, what women have gotten so far as a result of going this direction is they've got the equivalent of a C- life. Now, maybe it'll get better in the future. I don't think so. The economy is just too kick-ass. But the life that these women have gotten in the end is the equivalent of a C- life. Okay. Now, in comparison to what, and the reason why I call it a C-, and I'm not trying to minimize what women have become, but I'm just telling you what's ahead for Gen Z. It's gonna end up worse. What eventually happens is if you look at any boomer, like 70 years old, 60 in this age group, and you look at Gen X women typically in this age, if you graded their life, it would be a C-. And the reason why I say this, and this is important. This is important. If you took that life and applied it to a man, that man would not be worthy of a relationship or a marriage. And we can hear that from how the boomers and the Gen Xers are complaining that the men don't measure up. But really, the men are living the life on par of the woman or slightly below. let's just give them a benefit of the doubt and say the men are slightly below the women because the women think they're ahead. I beg to differ, but whatever. We'll give them a benefit of the doubt. If you apply the success level of the boomer Gen X independent woman, their male counterpart lives the exact same life or slightly less, and he's considered a loser. All right. He's considered a loser. He's considered like, well, these men don't got their shit together and they got this and they got that. And I'm like, well, that's what your life looks like. Your life looks slightly, on face value, it looks somewhat slightly better than that. Like you got better house decorations. Maybe you live with a roommate or a relative. You got a nice Mercedes C-Class. I get it. You got the trappings of success. You got a couple handbags and purses. But what you don't see, that's just the iceberg. The iceberg. That's just the tip of the iceberg. What you don't see is what's underneath it. The mental health, the financial struggle, all right, what it took to get there. And sometimes if they have children, they have to become their children's friend. Like some of these women, they should have husbands, but instead they live their life through their child. And their child is in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And that woman is like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? To the kid, like, motherfucker, go get a husband. Like, what the fuck? Bothering me and shit. I ain't your friend. Go get a social life. What the fuck? Like, a lot of these women don't even have social lives. They got one or two friends that they keep replacing and recycling. All right. If they got friends, they in a church and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Go do something. Go travel with your fucking male friend or your husband or something, or your boyfriend or your girlfriends or something. I ain't your fucking source of entertainment. We ain't friends. Right? What the fuck? They friends. They try to socialize and live life with they friend. Oh, now that we got time to spend with your mama. Nope. Nope. I got my own fucking life to not destroy. It's like, what are we doing? That's why I call it a C- life. It sounds good. It's nice that you have a 2-bedroom apartment and shit and a couple of fucking pieces of furniture. It's like, why don't you go do something with your goddamn life? Go plant a garden. Go work for Habitat for Humanity or 4-H. Go do something. Go volunteer at the fucking soup kitchen. Do something. It's hanging around me and shit. It's like, what are we doing? I'm just letting you know for you son husband ass niggas. But look, that's why I call it a C- life. Now, this is going to be the conundrum because I think what women believe, and I don't think this is going to be the case because the economy is proving otherwise. They believe that if women keep moving the needle this way, eventually women will be able to be independent, self-serving and have their own, call. That like it won't be C-, it'll eventually be a B. But I don't think so. I just think there are going to be some winners. It's going to be like anything. Most women are going to be average or below average. Just like most people are going to be average to below average. And then you're going to have a couple of winners and then some great people who excel and make it out. And they're the exception to the rule. But most people are going to be subpar C- life. And I think what people don't understand is women will be fine living a C- life. Remember, they have the phrase, I can do bad all by myself. So instead of doing bad with you, they'll just do bad all by themselves. So that's kind of how they feel about it, which I'm like, hey, that's fine with me. All right, just go back to your house after we done fucking. All right, but they're fine living a C- life. Like men, though, you can't after 35 live a C- life. You will not get no play out here. It's going to be difficult for you, and it's going to be even difficult for you to want to emerge with a woman that is going to be somewhat independent power couple. But they're fine living a C- life. All right, they mind. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm a little too ambitious. I can't live a C- life. I got to be out here A++. I got to be out here winning and chinning and grinning. Pause. All right, but it says right here, especially true as inequality persists and women still make about 81% to the man's dollar. This is all false. And it says many women might feel like the only way to get ahead is focus solely on their careers. I suspect that Gen Z women most often subscribe to the adage that a woman can have it all, just not at the same time, says a therapist, Wendy Walsh, a psychologist, or we call them the New World Order. All right, here we go right here, the New World Order. New World Order. Somebody's asking me a question. You can super chat that question here, but asking me, how do you communicate that through my, how do you communicate this through your daughter? You don't. All right. You guys got to let me, I'm trying to school y'all on how that works. If your daughter don't get the lesson before 13, you can fucking forget it. Hold on, nigga. Hold on to your love and hope she snap out of it before 25 or fucking 30. But I want you to understand, most of these women out here are somebody's daughter. Just saying. Right? Most of these women was somebody's daughter and they didn't listen. All right. You got until age 13. If you miss it if she don't get game at 13 or before she turns 13, nigga, hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Hold on, nigga. You about to go on the roller coaster. Just think about this. All these women out here were somebody's daughter. And look at them. Look at them, bro. Look at them. Look at them. All these women got game and got told what to do, and they didn't listen. One thing you're going to learn, gentlemen, one thing you're going to learn, and I have to put this up here because people don't realize my true. All right, I gotta put this up here. Y'all don't realize my background. Okay, y'all don't realize my background, gentlemen. I've been working with young women my entire life. Okay, this is me. That's your boy Coach right there. That's your boy Coach. You see him? No beard. Got a little bit of hair, dressed, suited, and booted. I've been working with women all my lives, man. There's me working with some women right here. All right. I've been working with this age women all my life. Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you. They don't listen. They don't listen. You think they listen, bro? They don't listen. They think they know it all at this age. These are all 18, 17 to 24-year-old women. You think they listening, nigga? They don't. I've been working with women all my life. They don't listen, nigga. You think they listening? Look, man, I'll be working with them my whole damn life. All right, let me show you this picture right here. This should be the picture to let you know. All right, what the fuck I'll be thinking? I'm like, what am I doing, nigga? Let me see if I can find this picture. Okay. Coach, look at me. I'm trying to get them all on the same page. Mission impossible, bruh. Mission impossible, bruh. They don't listen. I'm looking like, what the fuck going on out there? All right. This was one of my best players. She used to come over here, man. She was a cool player. They don't listen. And I'm going to tell you, man, none of those players, I only had like a few players that listened to their fathers that I coached in 15 years. A few that would be like, my daddy says. I could count on one hand. I've coached like 100 players, 100 plus, maybe 200, maybe 300 players. I can count on one hand where the girl was like, oh, my father says. The rest of them, just letting you know, bro. They don't listen to their dads. They don't listen to their dads. They don't be like, oh, my father said this in college, thinking about what they're doing day to day in college. Or my father says, don't be out here in the dorm sucking. But with my advice, because I've been working with this age group for almost 2 decades. This is my advice. 8 to 12 is where you put women on game. 8 to 12. 8 to 12. If a young woman misses it, buckle up, nigga, and off we go. Buckle up. If they missed the lesson, and here's the window. Here's the true window. So 13 is going to be a pivotal year. Some women are late bloomers. They don't really get it until 16. So 13 to 16 is where you're just going to have to just be like, well, any day now. But at some particular point, women naturally, biologically claim their independence. This is the rebellious stage. And the reason why this is happening is hormones are telling them they're a grown ass woman. Okay. Now, I know we kind of talk about this a little bit more. We psychoanalyze things. We try to use logic and we use book knowledge. But in my opinion, what happens is they're becoming women. Like the hormones are kicking in. They're becoming horny. They're ovulating. They got their period and cycle. They're going insane. They're getting boy crazy. Sometimes they're wrestling through morality issues. Sometimes they're out here experimenting, getting fucked by men of all ages, 50 to 13. They're claiming their independence. So now it's time. It's almost, by the time they hit 16, it's through. By the time they hit 16, it's through. And you're not going to get much into them. They're going to have to experience it for themselves. Okay, this is 99% of the women here. All right, there's always the case that the young woman is going to listen to dad. But by 16, they're going to be like, all right, I'm a woman, I'm grown. And they got their little titties coming in and shit. They got their little ass. They hips are widening out. Boys are going crazy. Once people are starting to feel, she's starting to feel attractive to boys, man, shit is all bets are off, bro. By that age, all bets are off. So now you just gonna have to hope, nigga. You want to live in a hope strategy. I'm just letting you know this is my experience, and you just gonna have to wait for them to come home, like that movie in The Color Purple. The movie in The Color Purple. All right, and people gonna think that they're gonna listen to their mothers too. They don't listen to them neither. It's too late by the time they're listening to their mom. What they're gonna do is they're gonna split the mom and dad apart, and then they're gonna parent shop. They're gonna use the mom against the dad. So in essence, if the dad comes down heavy-handed or too strict or disciplined, they're going to go to the mom, and the mom's going to do what? Enable. So in order to keep, and for the mom, if this is the last child, the mom knows that she can't lose the daughter, right? Because the daughter going to be definitely in these streets. So she's going to become more of the enabler, the friend, the best buddy type shit. But just trust me, the daughter don't give a fuck about mom neither. The daughter will stab mom in the back too. If the mom stops enabling her, and then she'll be out in the streets. But so the mom knows this, she can't lose, because once dad is pushed out, the mom's got to keep her and enable her and give her the drugs and smoke dope with her and all that shit, and be out there letting her get finger fucked in the bedroom with her boyfriend, letting the boyfriend move in, the pookie boyfriend. That's what moms do. That's what moms do. So I'm just letting you know, man. I know this. I've seen too much of this, and people have to just buckle your seatbelt on this one. This is going to be problematic, but I think naturally, although we're trying to say these women aren't ready to be women, they're biologically ready to be women. And not only biologically, mentally, because of the biology connects to the mind and go, I'm a woman now. I can have babies. Now, are they ready to be a woman? No. We already know they're not ready, but biologically, historically, they were ready. Biologically, historically, they were ready to be women all the way up until literally 1999. 1999 is when we just pushed this thing where they're not ready to be out here. They're young. They still babies. All right. They're still sucking their thumb and got a binky. All right. They still eating off the nipple and eating their formula. For some reason, in the last 20 years, we've just gone off the rails thinking these kids are children. But historically, these were women. Don't at me. All right. Even your Virgin Mary had a kid and multiple kids and had a stepfather at this fucking age. She had a baby daddy and she let God penetrate her body. But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on with the lesson. I think this is going too far. You guys are getting too much. All right. But God had her ass bent over the sofa, ecclesiastically cream pieing Mary at 14. But that's neither here nor there, and had a whole 67-year-old man accompanying her around. All right, but that's neither here nor there either. All right. All right, anyway, I've lost half the audience now. They think I've already fucked up. All right, but anyway, let's get back to this particular part of the episode. Right here, it says right here, for those who want to try to balance romantic relationships in their careers, it's possible, says Walsh, especially with the right partner. Now, guys, look, the right partner. So balance relationships, balancing romantic relationships and careers. Guys, how many people are able to do this today? Most people careers aren't even going to be enough to pay them independently today. Like, most people careers ain't shit right now. Most people don't have a career. Healthy relationships are about interdependence, looking for a mate who supports your ambition as you do his. This is all just wishful thinking and gobbledygook. I mean, listen, this does happen here and there, onesie twosie, here and there skis. This is just wishful thinking, man. This is just wishful thinking. It doesn't happen. This is going to be damn near impossible for people to get, but go for it. Psychologist Sabrina Romanoff. Here we go.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Suggest looking for specific green flags like consistent behavior, taking accountability for their shortcomings, and making you feel calm and safe as well. Ladies, really? This is what y'all pay for in therapy. This is what y'all pay for. Look for green flags like consistent behavior, taking accountability for their shortcomings, and making you feel calm and safe. Y'all pay $250 an hour. I think the healthiest attitude is to think about a male partner as not simply a provider, but as a partner, a best friend, someone who can help out. I think Gen Z women are starting to erase old-fashioned gender roles and may be leaning to welcoming a man inside the house to help more. Do you hear this? Guys, do you hear this? Look at this, man. Look at this. Man, good luck out here, brothers. Look at this. It says right here, I think Gen Z women are starting to erase old-fashioned gender roles and may be learning to welcome a man inside the household. What? Man, meteor shower. Hey, Putin, lock in, man. Lock in, man. Kill Jong-un. Do your job. Wowzers. Hey, Trump. Send it. Did they say a man? Wait, welcoming a man inside the household? Oh, my God. Whoa. These are, I told you this therapy thing is off the rails, man. So is this what y'all listen to in therapy? Y'all listening to these guys? 77% of therapists are women. Let's look it up live. Good luck out here, man. Gen Z, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Damn. What percentage of therapists are women? Let's see here. Come on. It's looking it up on the web. Okay, here it is right here. Look at this. Oh, God, man. Good luck, gentlemen. Let me put this on the screen. So this is what your Gen Z have been going to therapy for like 12 years. Therapy is heavily female dominated. Heavily. About 75.6% of therapists are women. 24% are men, and I guarantee you 12% of those are sachet, Shantae ass niggas. Definitely liberal, but we got a few conservative, we got a few masculine therapists out there. Just a few. Some sources put the figure slightly lower. About 70% therapists are women and 24.7% are men. The remaining 4.9% are unknown gender. There you go. So I wasn't reaching there. Unknown gender. Therapy has largely female dominated since 2010. In between 2010 and 2019, the gender ratio changed by less than 1 percentage point, meaning it's been quite stable over time. With that being said, what I'm saying is these are the people that your girlfriend, your daughter, and your wife are going to for information and advice on how to proceed in the future. I'm not saying it's bad that women hold these degrees. What I'm saying is what they are going to do is this is where they're getting their info. This is another source of where they are getting their information from in order to cope with what they're dealing with in the regular outside world, where their advice is look for green flags like consistent behavior, taking accountability for their shortcomings, making you feel calm and safe. Then looking for a best friend, a male partner, not a provider, and also welcoming a man inside the household to help more. I mean, woo. Ladies, how many men, ladies, y'all out here dating and married, how many men fit this? I'll just say this because people are saying, Coach, man, the women are like, what's wrong with that? Okay, ladies, how many men have you met between 18 and 32 like that? I'll leave it to you because you're calling me the nihilist. How many men have you met that falls into that category between 18 and 32, which is what I call the dating and marital age? Okay. Ladies are getting quiet now because I was the negative Nancy because I'm not living your fantasy. Guys, that is crazy. That is crazy work. Good luck out here. We got some more on this subject matter here. Okay, let's go to the next one here. We have this woman that's going to say what? What is she going to say here? This is fuck you bossed up. We got more of this wage slavery stuff. The economy's crushed. As I told you, economic collapse of epic proportion, just not a soft landing.
We are not meant to be living like this. We are not meant to be working all the time. We're just fucking not. Like, life is not about work. Life is about living. And then I see these people, or like this generation before us, they literally worked their asses off their entire life, spent time away from their friends and family and like the fucking outdoors to then retire at like fucking 65 or 70 and then just not even have the fucking energy to live the life and do the things that they want to do. It's a fucking scam. It's a fucking scam. This whole fucking shit. It's all shit. It's all shit. Okay? That's where I'm at. I'm literally like every single day I view time differently. I view life differently. I look outside and I see it differently. And I don't know if it's having kids and stuff, school and stuff. Like my husband and I were frantically trying to figure out how the fuck we can homeschool. Cause we're like, we're not meant to be away from our kids this many hours of the day. You get a few minutes with them in the morning, getting them ready, and it's like hustle, let's go. You send them off to school for fucking 8 hours. Then they come home. God forbid they have a fucking extracurricular. You probably get like 1 or 2 hours of like quality time with your kids a day while school's in session. Like,
bruh, can I tell y'all something? Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway. Gentlemen and ladies, it's too late. It's too late. Sounds nice, but to me, this is idiot talk. This is low frequency talk that is going to require you to break this system and break through what they call the matrix. Otherwise, you're stuck. Okay, I'm telling you, there's nothing you're going to do. You're going to have to do something extraordinary to break this, like have gender roles, like make sure you homeschool your kids from the start and don't send them to public school. Don't put them in daycare when they're 6 weeks old and then go to work and then try to. Once you've already started the system, it's hard for you to get out. Let me explain this to you because this is the boss up era. This is like when you start a job. Okay. This is like when you start a job. When you're 22, 23, 25, you get your first little career job and it sounds great. They give you $35,000 plus a Christmas bonus and some insurance so you can get some free vision and get 40% off of Oshkosh Bagosh and pay less shoe source. All right. And you think you're out here winning and it sounds good, but they just introduce you to the rat race to where it's going to be hard to get out. It's going to be hard once you start and go in there and you start looking at the pyramid scheme of you elevating through the company and working hard and brown nosing and networking and doing all these things and plugging away and punching keys and doing monkey work, entry level work. And then you're going to rise up. And then after a couple of years, you're going to get a reality check. It's going to be harder for you to live off that a particular amount of money. You're going to get a couple of raises here and there, but it's going to be very small amounts of raises that just going to keep you just over broke. Now, what's going to happen is once you do that about 4 or 5 years and you wake up, you're going to be like, wait a minute. I'm not following my dreams. I feel like I'm living a soulless existence. I feel like, I'm dead on the inside. I don't like this workstation. I don't like this cubicle. I don't like the boss. It's rigged. It's a scam. They don't promote from within. There's a political system. There's a lot of, so you're going to get that reality check. Then eventually you're going to say, wait a minute, I'll become an entrepreneur. I'll start my own business. Well, at that point, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get out of the system unless you do something extraordinary. And this is what we teach you on the money mindset. You got to do something extraordinary to break it. Like you got to go ahead and go, all right, I'm going to move back with my parents. I'm going to go get a roommate, 2 roommates. I'm going to lose all my stuff, sell my car, move across country. I'm going to do something extraordinary that most people won't do. I'm going to stop dating. I won't get married. But most people at that point, they start to get a house, get a girlfriend, or for a woman, a boyfriend. They start doing I want to get married, going on vacations. You're going to start living a certain lifestyle based on that income at your job. God forbid you have kids at this particular point and married. Now you can't remove yourself from that system. Now it becomes damn near impossible to be willing to get both people on the same page to do something extraordinary. Both of those people would have to break through the mold. They would have to break the fourth wall. They would have to bust through the matrix, which they're not going to do it. One person is going to be willing. The other person is not going to sit there and eat top ramen noodles and shit and live in their car for 6 months. They're not going to do it. Yep. What about the car loans? They start getting car loans. Student loans start to kick back in. Now you got them student loan payments, $800 a month. Mortgage, rent, high rent, luxury apartment with amenities by 29, 30. Most people don't want to they're not going back. I ain't going back. All right, I'm not going back. What they'll do is they'll double down, sunken cost fallacy, double down and hope they can break through. They'll then start doing dumb things like going back to school for a dumb degree that's going to, for a for-profit university, accumulating more student loan debt to probably move up to middle management in their job in 3 years. What's going to happen is they're going to realize it's too late. Okay. And this is what people don't realize. It's too late. I had to do something extraordinary. I had to get divorced, lose a position of being a father for a little bit of time, live in my car for 6 months, then start a business, then see that business and hustle it through, then combine that with the YouTube salary and have that work simultaneously to where I was making like 20, 30K a month. All right. Working both of those businesses, being a co-parent. I had to do something extraordinary to break it. And it took years. You don't just get to step out and say, I broke it. You have to step out, take some losses, take 2 steps back, and then wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years to have it overcome. And any person or anything that tries to throw a monkey wrench in that system is going to, they're going to tip the scales. It's going to corrupt you. You're not going to make it. So if you have a divorce, a bitter baby mama, you have a bad relationship, a bad breakup, you have, your business don't go well, you have an economic collapse, COVID hits, you're cooked. All right. Even though you took that step, you're cooked. You take out money from your 401k to start a business. You get some back taxes. Okay. Anything, car accident, health problems, you're up shit's creek. Now, my point is this, and this is where you can help future people out. And this is that boss up era here that I'm going into. You have to get people to understand that doing this, saying this is nothing new, nigga. Saying this is nothing new. She just realized she's trapped. Well, what are we supposed to do? And I got this and a marriage and kids and I should homeschool them. You ain't going to do none of that shit. You're going to keep going to the public school. You're going to keep going to that job. He going to keep going to work. Y'all going to have a soulless fucking life, living out the reality of trying to struggle, having maintained this marriage until one person quits and throw in a goddamn white towel, just like everybody else. Unless both of you get on the same page and are willing to do something extraordinary to get out of this. What I know is people scared as a motherfucker, they ain't going to do shit. They're going to sit there and watch the walls slide and close in on them like this. They're just going to sit there like a sitting duck, watching other people do extraordinary shit. Because somebody going to be like, why don't you jump on YouTube and make a YouTube channel? Well, I really don't want to do that. I really don't have any time. Okay, shut up. Shut the fuck up. And then 5 years ago by, damn, I really should have started that YouTube channel. Yep, you should have. But you sat on your fucking ass watching goddamn reruns of MASH, watching episodes of Friends and Seinfeld, watching Amazon Prime, sitting on your ass complaining, saying this shit. Like any idiot can see this. If you don't see this, you blind as a bat. Okay? Right? You blind as a bat. So I don't give her any credit for coming up with this. Any idiot can see that they up shit's creek, that they're cornered. Nigga, they didn't hit the glass ceiling of life. But guess what they did? They chose to do this. We got to go back to this. Choices. You wanted a happy marriage. Well, there you go. You wanted a marriage with a partner without gender roles. Well, there you go. You wanted to put your kid in the daycare. Well, daycare is $2,100 a month. You chose to do that. You wanted to have kids. You wanted to fall in love. See, here's the thing, man. This is what they don't tell you. Almost everybody's going through this. They're not going to tell you this, but they'll be like, well, there's people married and there's people out here. There's people that have kids. They're all sucking wind right now, bro. They all try to figure out how they're going to make it. Not just today, but in the next 5 years. They're stuck in their house that they can't sell, but they can't afford the mortgage. They're stuck in it. But people won't tell you this until they get behind closed doors and they jump on Instagram and TikTok. Trust me, man, these married couples are sucking wind right now. They're trying to figure it out. They can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. But then what happens is the people that don't have it are looking at these people and going, they have what I want. They have a relationship, they have a marriage, they bought a house, and they got kids. I want that. But look at them. She's got it. And guess what? She getting her ass kicked. Getting her ass kicked. And now she's like, maybe I should homeschool my kids. Ma'am, you're going to have to put on the TradCon wife role, and you don't have it. Your therapist and your mama and the whole world told you that that's not what you're going to do. Can I tell you this? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Listen, if you put your kids into daycare and go to work, you have just stifled your ability to ever turn back and pivot. I'm just letting you know. Soon as you start that, you have started the clock to the end. Tick, 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 tick. 5, 7, 10 years before you realize what the fuck that I've done. And I'm going to just say this. If the same thing, if you didn't go to college, or you went to college and you didn't choose the right college, or you went to college and chose the wrong major, you now are set the clock for disappointment in the next 20 years. You're just going to look up and say, what did I do? Fucked up. Can you go back to that? No, this is why the critical ages of 18 to 24 are so critical. Yet we're telling them they're still children and they can trick it off and go vacation and early retire and go here. They're still a child and their brainstem ain't developed and all their decisions that they made don't count. I think this is recipe for disaster. I can blame feminism on this, but it's going to fall on deaf ears. I wrote a book about it. Go read it. I think we're doing people a disservice, seriously, telling them that at 18 to 24, they're still a child. You can go with that if you want, but guess what? People pursuing relationships, you're going to find your ass cornered. Let me hear what else she's got to say. But listen, man, anybody that here is listening to her saying she's speaking facts, go ahead and check yourself into the fucking idiot box. All right, go to the dunce corner right now and put the fucking dunce cap right in the corner, face the wall, you fucking idiot. Okay? Because any dumbass can see this at this particular point. Okay. She's right, though. Dunce cap right to the corner, nigga. And let me get the ruler and so I can go upside your fucking head the minute you speak again. 5 minutes of silence. All right. You dumb jackass. But if you can't see it, all right. I don't know what you're telling me. All right, here. Where's my silence, you fool at? Anyway, I can't find it.
Silence, you fool.
Who can't see this in 2026? She's right. Okay, yeah. I got a place for you to check in. It ain't Hotel California.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that. And there's nothing against teachers or anything. It literally has nothing to do with y'all. So I'm just saying this is not what at least in my view, what life is about.
Ring the bell, nigga. Ring the bell. This is not what life is about. Ecclesiastically, too. This is not what life is about. Well, what is it about? Tell me. All right. We should be vacationing and retire by 65. And we should be out. Yeah. No. You're going to work and you're going to like it. What's wrong with these people, bruh? They out here crazy as hell. This is what not life is, what life is about.
They had it right in the fucking Stone Ages.
See, they had it right in the Stone Ages. See, look, see. Now y'all want to go backwards. See, look, I always tell you, man. I always tell you, you cannot.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
I wrote a book about this. It's called De-Evolution. People think they're going to do it. I'm progressive. We're going to change it. We're going to be the first time in history. And then they wake up to reality. Smack. Oh, we should go back to the Stone Ages. Ma'am, you cannot turn back the hands of times. You basically have put too much leverage on this progressive idea, and it ain't working. And now look at you. They had it right. It's too late. This is the story of humanity. Too much change at once is never going to work.
Okay, they really did. They had it right when they had like land for all the family and everybody, and it was a community. Like they
now we're going back to communes. Look, man, this is crazy work.
Made little communities. They're
little house on the prairie. This sounds like ecclesiastical marriages too. Here we go.
Little tribes and stuff.
Little tribes.
And then everybody helped everybody.
Bartering system, helping neighbor, village. It takes a village. It's too late for that, bro.
And that was it.
That was it. Simple life.
And now
what?
Everything's fucked. We literally single-handedly fucked up everything.
Of course you did, man. Hey, look, I tried to warn you. First of all, you see that little Starbucks you have in your hand? They didn't have that back in the commune. You had to go down there and pull some well water up and not drop a drip of that bitch. All right, take it back in a pail on your head. All right, and come back, and you didn't even have coffee. You'd be lucky to have some coffee. All right, but number two, you wouldn't have modern technologies like your cell phone. You wouldn't have modern technologies like your car. You wouldn't have any of these things that you have in terms of all the progressive ideas that you have. You wouldn't have women going to school. You wouldn't have women's rights. Look, roll the hands back. But most people don't want to roll the hands back on that. All right. Anyway, and this is why you're going to be economically disadvantaged. And this is not for today. This is now for the next 15 to 20 years.
That's what happened. We are not meant to be living like this. We are not meant to be working all the time. We're just fucking not. Like, life is not about work.
That's false. Hey, look, man, let me just tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. This is a myth that life was not about work. I don't know if you realize that in the ages not too far ago, slave niggas was working sun up, sun down. I don't know what world you're in, chicken cutlets, but slaves work sun up, sun down by force. Let's take it from the slaves and look at what men and women did around the house. During the summer, the long days, the light meant work. All right. Nobody was going to the fucking beach. Nobody was traveling. All right. If they traveled on the fucking wooden wheel wagon and shit. Right? Nobody was traveling and going to Daytona Beach. These are all new modern Fandango ideas that are created by the facade that you think you're missing. In the olden days, people work sun up, sun down, and everybody 8 years old to 50, 8-year-old to 60, 8-year-old to 70. You worked until you died 15 hours a day. In the wintertime, you worked for the little bit of light that you had, and you damn near stayed in the house so you wouldn't freeze to death. I mean, what are we talking about? People didn't just work. Most people did work. They didn't have nothing else to do. What are we talking about? All right. Life is not about this. There are people that live before 1960 that did nothing but work. All right. What about Mexicans? They work 5 jobs. And Jamaicans. People do nothing but work. This privilege is incredible. People did nothing but work. But here in her idea, we're not just here. We're not meant to be workers. Yes, you are. Take your ass to work. What are we doing here? All right, let's move on from this one because I got an ecclesiastic mess all down the field right here. We got some more complainers here. I'm gonna have to do a video on this on the Coach Greg Adams channel. This is getting insane. All right, so we got another woman. We got another young lady here, and this is mostly the women talking like this. If you're a man talking like this, you a bitch ass nigga. I'll just let you know right quick. So we have another woman out here talking about this as well. Let's
Yellow
put
fluorescent
volume
lights
here.
typing. Someone explain this to me. A husband goes to work in an office 8 hours a day. A wife goes to work 8 hours a day in an office. The kids go to school 8 hours a day. Everyone feels like they're in a prison institution between the hours of 8 to 5 under yellow fluorescent lights typing all day long. Then everyone finally comes home burnt out. The kid has like 3 hours of homework and sports, and you get maybe 2 hours with your family before bed. And then we only get 2 days out of the week where we're completely free to do whatever we want. We used to be outside. We used to be farming, living in communities. Now we're in front of screens all day long, in pointless meetings with micromanaging bosses. I cannot tell you how many meetings I've been in that have been completely pointless. All of this could have been a 3-sentence email. I have 3 bullet points worth of action items, yet it had to be a 30-minute meeting.
Okay, ma'am, this is your work. This is your future. I don't know what to tell you. You guys wanted it. You fought for it. Now you got it. This is what you wanted. Now you got it. It wasn't a party. It wasn't a cakewalk. Now you're here. And guess what? You're going to be doing it for the next 30 or 40 years until you figure out to throw some pussy out there or whatever. I'm just letting you know that's where we are. And now here's the last thing about it. I agree. I hate meetings. I hate meetings. I'm like, bro, what we meeting about? All right. You got the fucking job. Get to it. All right. All right. All right. This is how I manage. All right. I manage like this. Here's a cake. You see this fucking cake? I want a cake like this. This is the cake I want right here. This is the cake I want. Now, what I want you to do is bring me back this cake. Right? This is what you do. Go do it. Here they come. Let's have a meeting on how we're going to make the cake. Let's have a meeting on the ingredients. Let's have a meeting on how much flour, what type of flour, what type of eggs, what type of frosting, what type of triple layer cake, what type of pan, how we going to grease the pan, how much parchment paper. No, look, bruh, I don't need a meeting on the size of the parchment paper and what degrees we going to heat the oven in and how many cool ideas for sprinkles that we need on the fucking cake. What I asked for was a cake. Go make me a fucking cake and bring it back. I'm hungry. Now I gotta wait a fucking week for you to bring me back a cake. We don't need no meeting on the goddamn cake. I showed you the cake. Make a fucking cake. All right, that's what I need you to do. I needed a cake last week. Y'all waited a week for me to out here and have a meeting. I waited a week to get a fucking cake and I got a meeting. Now I got a meeting on a cake that I needed last week and I'm not going to get a cake until next week. Or I'm going to get a meeting about this cake that y'all made to tell me what type of cake you made and why you made it. I need a cake. I hired you for a piece of fucking cake. Make a cake for me. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? Anyway, fuck you, boss up. These people, man, I can't stand these people, man. Most of these people.
Better boss up, nigga.
Now I gotta wait 3 weeks for a cake when I needed cake 3 weeks ago. I don't need a cake in 3 weeks. I need a cake tomorrow. You're hired. Make the goddamn cake. What are we doing? Brainstorming about a cake. Let's brainstorm about the cake. Let me give you some ideas about a cake that you should. Then they want to tell me what type of cake I should have. I showed you the fucking cake. Here, this is the cake I showed you. Oh, you know what we should do? We should do this type of cake. Did I ask you what type of cake? I asked you to make this cake. I didn't ask you for ideas on how to make another cake. Niggas be giving me ideas, man. Maybe you want a cake like this. Maybe you want a cake like this. Why don't you start with this motherfucking cake? Okay, why don't you start with this cake first? Why don't you feed me a fucking cake first? And then we could talk about some ideas about the next fucking cake. But I don't want to hear about no fucking ideas or no cake if I don't got no cake on my goddamn plate. All right, ladies, are you here? I'm going to give y'all some game. If you want your man to spend quality time with you, make a sandwich. Make a sandwich. But don't ask a man that's hungry about spending quality time with you because he can't hear you. What you do is you go downstairs, you crackle some bacon. You go down there, crackle some bacon. Open a pack of bacon, turkey bacon even. Get that bacon crackling. Then get you some bacon, some lettuce, and some cheese. Get you some English muffins or some fucking rye bread or some sourdough. Get you some mayonnaise or some Grey Poupon. Get some pickles, onions. Make that shit. Make a big ass Scooby-Doo sandwich. Toast the bread, whatever you want to do, garlic bread, and then put it in front of him. Put it in front of him, and he be like, oh. He listening to you and shit. You just blah, 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 blah. He can't get a word in edgewise. He don't give a fuck. Just go ahead, whatever. Yeah, this, all right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Word. All right. I got a sound effect for this. I got a sound effect from this. All right. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I missed the opportunity. All right. But he just sitting in front of you. He ain't got no chance. All right. He just sitting there 20 minutes. Man, this bitch just a talking. Who care? Yeah. Shit. You got 20 minutes. Just get it off your chest. Right? Just get it off your chest. And he's sitting there like this.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
That's what I'm thinking about, but I don't care. All right, but I'm spending quality time. All right, anyway. All right, ladies are upset here. They're leaving the stream, by the way, in droves. I don't know what I did. Was it something I said? All right, you don't have to learn how to cook to make a sandwich. But again, like I told you, man, you want to impress me? Do something. You wanted me to spend quality time? Make me spend quality time. But don't make me be here hungry, spending quality time for you. I don't need you. All right, anyway, I'm trying to help these women out. They don't want to hear me. Ladies, if you want to come to my house and do the 52-point inspection, I'll teach you how to be the woman that you need to be. All right, just let me know. Hit me in the DMs. I'll teach you how to be the woman you need to be. And then when I get done with you, you'll be the woman for every man's dream. All right. And then you'll be out here picking the right man. But at first, I might have to kick the tires and, you know what I mean, check the bumper and look under the hood and check the oil. And I'm going to have to do all of that. I'm going to have to take you through the ones and twosy and the here's and there skis. I'm going to have to go ahead and dip my dipstick in the check your wheel balance and alignment. See if check your run flat tires and all that shit. I'm gonna have to look under that hood and see what we got going on and check the headlights. Honk honk. Let me balance the headlights and shit. Smacking on the ass a little bit. I'm gonna have to teach y'all a little bit of something. See what that pearl tongue doing. Check the labia and all of that. Let me see that. Oh, they a little flat. They a little flat. I don't know what's going on in there. See the time for a change. Time to change that oil. All right, see, let me see. Oh, yeah, little Roski, pH balance off. Let's tip this off. Let me take a little blood test. Let me check your STD statistics. All right, we're going to get you out here. We're going to fill you up real good. Give you some, all right, let me fill you up. All right, fill you up and fill you up. Let me get you right. All right, get you good. Oh, ladies, and if you want to know, let me tell you, just come on over and I'll take care of you. Anyway, this is a family show. It used to be, but this is the boss up era, so who cares? All right, anyway, we got let's see what we got. Shout out to our brother. It is, what kind of you call him? Nebel Nesser says thank you. I think that's what you said. Nebel Nasser? Nabil? We'll call you Nabil. Says thank you so much for everything, coach. Shout out to you. You're very welcome. We're here to help you out. We're here to get everybody aligned. I want everybody to be successful with relationships or not relationships. 100%. All right, we got okay. All right, nothing new over there under the sun. All right, let me see here. We got our brother Gary says men have no choice but to work because men don't have tears and vagina. Women do have tears and vagina, so they can cry and get a place to live, or they can give up the vagina and have a place to live. But a man with no money or work ethic dies, freezes, and nobody cares. So the whole sympathy of we have to work and we shouldn't do this and we shouldn't have to do that. Guys, men don't have that choice. As Gary said, let me see here. As Gary said, men don't have a choice to be like, well, we shouldn't have to work and we shouldn't have to go to meetings. You're going to have to work, and you're going to work till you die. And especially if you have kids, you're going to work. They're going to force your ass to work. Shout out to Camster Email says, I brought up child support to my son's mom. I showed her some material. All of a sudden, she doesn't want to modify child support. She knows that's illegal and unconstitutional. What? And now she knows he would have to pay me. And now she knows, I think she would have to pay you in child support. So you tried to have a rational conversation with a woman about child support. Okay. I told my daughter's mom that she should practice the Dave Ramsey approach, no debt. And she said no. And she decided to trade in a diesel truck I've been driving. Man, what is going on with you, bruh? He says these women don't listen. Now she is broke and she went to jail. I have all of your books, by the way. Shout out to you, man. What do you got going over there? Okay. Men do not know how to lead. All right, man. Just tell her, stop talking to her. Stop talking to her. Men, stop talking to women. Y'all be like, let's have a powwow and let's have a meeting and let's talk about this and let's rationalize this and let me give you the information. Here's a pamphlet. Nah, this is what you do. You do what you have to do, and she follows along or she fails. She follows or she fails. She follows or she fails. If she fails, do not look back. Let her ass freeze. I don't care who it is, any woman in your life. Any woman in your life. She follows or fails, or she follows. Hey, if she succeeds, okay, I hope she succeeds without me. I don't care. It's neither here nor there. Just don't give me a headache. Just don't give me a headache. But all of that negotiation, and I told her this, and I showed her that, and I had a conversation about you're wasting your time, bro. You wasted your time, man. Okay. Don't negotiate with terrorists. Shout out to George W. Bush. You negotiated with a pure terrorism out here and you letting her get her input in. One thing about it is, dude, by the time she's going to take the safe route, and women live by this, hindsight is 20/20 to them. Hindsight is 20/20. So if they make a decision, it's going to be your fault if they made the decision and the choice. Well, I didn't force you to make it. I didn't tell you to listen to me or whatever. Or they'll make a choice and then they'll be like, yeah, well, I wanted the other choice. All right. Is it too late to get the other thing? Yes, it is. Just know that going in. Key himself says, I don't remember being 1 year old, but walking had to be harder than sleeping with married women. No joke. Men need to be the side dude for 90 days before they get married just to see the other side of women. Yeah, when you see the other side of women, oh, man, you can't really trust. I can't really trust women, man, because I see what they be doing out here when they're in their single phase. They be out here letting dudes slump them. Right? They be letting dudes slump them. They be coming over here after work, musty with the bra must. Okay, they come in out there, especially the women with the well-endowed women. They be coming in here with the bra must, with the musty bra, and they be coming in just dropping it, finishing up, walking out. See you later, right? Letting dudes slump them, huff and puff. All right, all of that. Cream pie them, going home, riding in it, sitting in it, and then be trying to be on Tinder talking about, I'm looking for something serious. Shout out to the ladies that's doing that. I love them. Jay says, Coach, women don't mind going into debt to live life. Most men try to avoid unnecessary debt. Women will max out credit cards, delay rent, or car payments just to live life. And same thing with student loan debts. A lot of women take out student loan debts, and not just women, men do this as well. But of course, men only make up 30% of the student loan debt. So this is why we can say overwhelmingly women are keen to do this, is that they're doing this to delay the inevitable. It's just kicking the can down the road. So what'll happen is they'll go to school, they'll maybe not finish their degree, and they'll have the debt. And one of the ways to keep the debt from becoming due is to go back to school, right? Forbearance, or they'll get, as long as they're in school more than full time, taking more than 6 credit hours, they don't have to pay the student loan debt. But what they'll do is they'll take out more student loan in order to go back to school. And they'll do this for a good 5 or 6 years. Some do it for 10 years. And then they show up complaining about they can't afford the student loan debt. I'm like, what? I mean, did you think about taking out those 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's and a minor in all this shit that ain't going to get you nothing, improve your job situation here? All of that shit is useless now. And they'll be in $150,000 and $90,000 in student loan debt with 4 useless degrees. All right. 4 certifications, can't do shit, can't make more than $57,000 a year. All because they want to kick the can down the road and not pay their student loan debt off. I mean, that's purely a strategy that people live. That's why I don't believe in the debt forgiveness. I don't believe in the debt forgiveness, because when they're doing it, they think they're getting away with it. They're like, oh, I'm getting away with it. I'll just go back to school and take a couple of classes. They think they're getting away with it, and then they kick the can down the road, and then it catches up, right? So, it's kind of like robbing a bank when you should have just, all right, you robbed 6 banks successfully, go ahead and retire. Oh, I need one more hit, and then you get got. Right? And I'm like, well, you got greedy. And Rand says, I hate when people say money isn't everything, because in the event I fall behind on rent, if I tell that to my landlord, they still gonna evict me. Every time, he says, everything I got is because of money to pay for it. And money is everything. Money is everything. Only losers believe money ain't everything. Okay. And billionaires believe that too, because, well, money means nothing to them. So they can say that too, like Jay-Z's pivoting here. We got one more comment. So we got one more section, and then the main event. I'm hoping to not go past 12 o'clock. That is my goal today. I'm trying to shorten up the live streams, but I have fun doing this, so bear with me. We got Kalen that has something to say. He says, Jay-Z once said he regrets his lyrics on Big Pimpin' because of the misogyny towards women. Now he's saying money over 304s isn't the way. He's waffling here. Which Jay-Z do we want to believe? Right? Do we want to believe the prisoner that went to do we want to believe the Pookie that went to prison and now is a Muslim or a Christian? Okay. Because y'all believe Malcolm X. Anyway, shout out to Mark Muhammad, says just to check in to say what's up, coach, but I will add a thought. Here's something I hate: a nigga that keeps telling me to listen when he already has my attention and then keeps tapping me on the arm. In my head, I'm like, bruh, stop touching me. All right. And he says,
shut your bitch ass up.
I think we all do that. Tapping you on the shoulder and tapping you on the arm. Hey. All right. What they want you to do is look him in the eye. Look in eye. All right. They want you to look in eye. Shout out to MC Hamster, says she knows her worth, but she wants that girth. How about the third leg? Shout out to you.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. It was just phenomenal in the building here. Hey, man. Shout out to the ladies here. They're going to be difficult. They're difficult people to actually explain how life works. You got to let women fail, in my opinion. I've been saying this for years. You got to let women fail. It's kind of like your kids. You got to let your kids fail. You got to let them go out there and play football and get hurt if they want to play football. I want to play football. You're like, you're going to get hurt. I don't care. Go ahead. Go get cracked out. Oh, yep. Come on back, son. How you feeling? You got the Tweety Birds around here. Oh, you're in concussion protocol now. How that feel? All right, that's good. You want to go back out there? Okay, take your ass on back out there. You got to let them get. You got to let women fail in today's world. You cannot save them from their bad decision making. And what we do is we allow them to try to save them. And we call them Captain Save-A-Holes out here. You know what I mean? Captain Save-A-Holes. I don't feel bad. Like I showed you, I worked with women all my life. I don't care. Like if they fail, I'd be like, that's your fucking problem. Like I don't see them as like, oh, we need to save them and they can't get hurt. Or she's crying. She's crying. Oh, she's in pain. Oh, she's struggling. So fucking what? I'll be like, and if she's not my daughter, if she's not my mother, my sister, all right, so fucking what? That's her fucking problem. All right, now, even if she's my daughter, my sister, and my mama, half the time I'll be like, so what? All right, it ain't my problem. Whole well. You know why? Because she probably didn't listen to about 10 people who tried to put her up on game, and she wanted to do what she wanted to do. So go ahead and let her burn. Let her freeze. You would let the mother of your children freeze? Yep. She would let me freeze. Like what? She would let me freeze. She would do everything to try to do to make me freeze. She would have never saved me. So sink or swim, nigga. Same thing with your people in the community. Nigga, let them sink or swim. Let them die. Let them freeze. Okay. I don't know why y'all save people. We need to save this one and shit. No, we don't. Let them freeze. All right. We don't need to save that one either. This person could actually be something in their life. Well, not until they get their shit together. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Anyway. All right. Anyway, let's get into this real quick. We got inside the mind of modern women out here, and then we got the main event here. We can proceed through these ecclesiastically quick. All right. So we got how many clips here? We have 3 clips. Or I'm going to do 3. All right. Inside the mind of modern women here. This will be an interesting one. Go ahead and hit the like button on this stream. Get about 200 more people in here so I can claim to have my average of 2,000 concurrent. And they'll come. Inside the mind of the modern ladies out here. Shout out to the ladies. This is what a woman thinks right here about age gap relationships. This is a very popular thing. Men don't want younger women. They want easier women.
If you specifically go for younger girls because they're able to mold, it is called grooming.
But a lot of men, yes, it is being manipulated.
It's always being manipulated.
Because they don't like the challenge. They like you to shut up and listen.
But that's why I'm saying.
Shut up and fall in your place. So I do have a friend of mine who's like upper 40s, 46, 47, who now he's telling me like, yo, I'll do a 30 from 35, 36. Nothing above that. Like I'll do a 35, 36-year-old. He about 47.
Because they can see his hairline and they know he ain't.
No, that nigga.
But he want a young bitch.
Because he's dumb.
Because why?
It's not because
the girls his age is what they know too much.
Because the way you moving around in your seat.
They too sturdy.
This ain't got nothing to do with my question.
Because I'm telling you what it is.
Age is what they know too much.
Because the way you moving around in your seat.
They too sturdy.
This ain't got nothing to do with my question.
See, gentlemen, how old is this woman? You would say she's in her 40s. She's definitely in her 40s. I would say late 40s. She's knocking on 50's door right here. But this is exactly why I don't date women my age. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Why would I want all of this pain, trauma, strife, damage, baggage, and so forth and so on, and this mouth and this so-called she knows it all? Well, the younger women don't know it. Okay. Now you know it, and then look at you. All right, so you know.
Look at this bitch ass.
All right,
nigga.
so the fact that you know makes you undesirable, if that's what you're saying right here. Look at all of this mouth of this butter pecan Puerto Rican. All right, her skin is fresh for a 47-year-old Puerto Rican. All right, but she too loud mouth, and she out here just mad that I'm out here putting hands on young hips. All right, and I got to go outside the country to do it because y'all American people still think it's somewhat taboo. All right, Jesus. All right, women going no matter what, whether you see it or not. Because he just wants somebody to control. He want her to not know and manipulate it because his hairline pushed back like Hulk Hogan. All right. Where's your daughter, ma'am? Where's your daughter? All right, I want to see what your daughter looks like because I guarantee you she looked like Lisa and Lisa from Cold Jam back in 1990. Bring her ass over here talking about, ooh, baby, I think I love you from head to toe, ass bitch. Bring her out here. I think I love you from head to toe, ass nigga. All right, bring that Puerto Rican bitch over here because I'll take something and put it in her. Never mind. This is a family show. All right, but I bet you her daughter a little Puerto Rican baddie. All right, I'll take her ass from down to the South Bronx and left to right like Jenny from the block, left and right like that. Yeah, I'll do it. All right. All right, but this loudmouth over here, who wants this?
Because I'm telling you what it is. Because he feels like
You
the
telling
attitude.
me why your friend?
I'm
Because I'm going around. Is it the fact that is the reason?
And look at this one right here. Oh my goodness. Look at these people out here. Like, who wants older women? Like older ladies. Look at y'all, how y'all looking. Look at how y'all looking out here, bro. Look at how y'all looking, man. And I know when you take this off, you're gonna look like, I mean, you look like a funeral makeup going on right here. She ain't bad. I would give her the works. I would give her the works. But these women, man, why? This is why older men don't want to date you. And why y'all mad? Go get some younger dudes.
Well, these niggas don't like females who know who they are.
No.
Ash. But I see it because I mean the same statement delivered right now. The same statement delivered to you and Talia. It went over better with Talia.
She's 25.
But that's why. But that don't mean nothing. I'm.
He 25? Oh my Lord, Jesus. That's a hard 25. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor.
Is you not 25 though?
Yes,
but
you
that don't mean nothing. That's
how
also
you
trying to.
That man, bro. I got 18 to 24. Fuck it. 18 to 24. I gotta draw the line at 25 in the Bronx. God damn. This woman definitely got kids. 2 or 3. All right, that's 25. All right, going to the Bronx, nothing older than 24. Nothing older than 24. Fuck it. What are we doing? All right, god dang, bro. Well, she is from the Bronx, so they get started early, bro. Like 12 and 13 in the Bronx. All right, golly. This woman looked like somebody's mama out there. Somebody called my mama.
Minimize. To stand on the shit that you believe in. It's like he said something and she don't agree with you. He's like, tap me out, I'm out. Where Talia's like, let me understand everybody's point and everybody's coming. And I feel like that's what men like. Men want understanding. And I do feel like there's a point as a woman where you like, I already gave niggas understanding and it didn't work out in my fucking benefit. So these are my fucking rules.
Gray hairs are gonna come faster to me than her. So go ahead, baby. Get these men grace.
A woman that's in her 20s
You're supposed to always give people grace because you gotta think about how you are.
No, you got that grace at 25.
Look at this. Ugh. Daffy Duck with the bill shot off backwards right here. What in the world is this? I mean, just look at his mouth.
What the
ladies?
hell? Oh my God! No way!
Ladies, if I can see all in your mouth like this when you talking, that means you talking way too much right here. Just
can you shut the fuck up?
If I can see that little boxing bag in the back of your mouth, what is that little thing back here where you could just be like, what is that little heavy bag in the back? If I could stick my finger in the back of your throat and see all that gag reflex little thing right there, what is that shit? All right, you a loud mouth. I should not be able to see. Look, this is why sometimes I date white girls, because white girls talk out of their teeth. Right here. The urula, the ova, the what? Uvula? What is that shit? I don't even know. I took anatomy class. Okay, look. This is why I date white girls, because when white girls talk, they talk out of their teeth. They be like, oh, hi, how are you? You know, they got these little ass lips. White girls be plumping up their lips for no reason. All right, making dolphin lips. But white girls talk out of their teeth like this. Oh, hi. This is great. I'm having a good time. Totally awesome. All right. Hi. This is great. Are you doing good? You want anything to eat? This is how white women talk. They don't even open their mouth. All right. I don't even know what it is. They can talk right out of their teeth. All right. Black women and Puerto Rican got to open their whole mouth. All right. So we can see the cavities in the back. All the silver shit caps and shit all in the back of your mouth where you got root canals, your wisdom teeth, all in the back. All right, nobody want to see all this. All right, I like it. Look at this, man. Damn, we can see all of the larynx. We can see the inside, the windpipe, the esophagus, the uvula, whatever that shit is in the back, tonsils, all kind of shit. The back of the tongue, we can see the gingivitis and shit. Like, ladies, be quiet.
Can you shut the fuck up?
we can get your whole dental x-rays. All that loud mouth ass talk. All right, any woman that talk like this definitely can't be around me. Golly. All right, we can see all of that, man. This is crazy. All right, anyway, ladies, I'm just trying to help y'all out. Big old mouth talking, and then she thinks she right. Hey, look, because you loud doesn't make you right. All your life, you've been the loudest, and people just be like, all right, you just got too loud, so we'll just stop. And you're like, see, I told you so. No, you just been loud. You haven't been right most of your life. You just been loud, obnoxious, and ignorant. And now people give up on you and just be like, all right, let this idiot think what they want to think. Yeah, I told them. No. You just had a little bit of time and you had a big ass mouth. And that's why you think you're right. Let's continue here. All right, we got 2 more videos and then the main event here. I'm going to try to get it done. We have a woman that says here, wow, okay, this is nothing new. I guess body count is not a measure of your worth. All right, there you go right there. How old do you think she is? She definitely hitting on 40. All right, I can tell. All right, 40-year-old. I can see a 40-year-old woman coming a mile away. There's that neck. That neck gives it away. All right, she probably looked good 20 years ago. All right, but let's see. She looks good now.
Ladies, your body count is not a measure of your worth. Your worth is not something that can be taken away from you. Never mind what they tell you. These insecure men trying to limit your experience. We don't want you realizing they don't quite measure up, eh? These same insecure men will tell you that no real man will want you if you've got experience. Trust me, girls, you don't want those men anyway. All it really does is filter out the shit. Can we please just start leaving those men alone? This is a collective effort, ladies, because the moment women stop entertaining that mindset, it loses all its power. And the caliber of men who don't care about these things, sensational. You will have the best time with them. You know why? Because they respect women. They actually like women. They actually see women as whole human beings, not products or goods that can be used or judged or ranked or something to measure. Men who call women used goods, you don't want a man like that anyway, darling. A man who talks about women like products is not someone you build a life with. Real men don't see you as a product where your value goes up or down. They see you as a whole human being. They do not rank you. They respect you. For centuries, women have been told that their value decreases with the more experience that they have, while men are praised for the exact same thing. So if it was actually about morals, it would apply to both, but it doesn't. That is how you know it's not about values, it's about control. And what are they even saying exactly? That men are so dirty that a woman loses value by being with them? So men can get experience and gain status, but women lose value from the same act.
Man, I got a headache, man. I got a headache listening to this. Oh my God. How do y'all do this? How do y'all listen to this shit on Instagram all day? Okay. The only thing I have to say about this for the incels and the Red Pill Rangers is, and for the ladies who believe this, because she contradicted herself, but she also revealed that she got a body count through the roof, right? That she cannot roll them abdominals. She can't roll back the odometer on the mileage count. So she been out there in these ecclesiastical streets.
In these streets.
This is the only thing that I have to say here. In general, men do seek women that don't have a lot of sexual experience. Number one, because they typically don't, the men themselves typically have less sexual experience as well, which is a catch-22 where she contradicted herself in that most men have less sexual experience than women, even more today, but certainly in the past, but even more today. So if a man has less sexual experience, it's less likely that he's going to want to deal with seriously a woman with more sexual experience. Now, on the counter side, she's claiming that she want like the double standard to be erased, but at the same time, looking for a man that has sexual experience and avoiding the men that had lack of sexual experience, which is the double standard right there. So let's take away the double standard that she's trying to object to and flip it. So she's saying the men should be penalized or shouldn't be penalized and the women shouldn't be penalized. But then she said, let's avoid the men that don't have sex and go with the men that are secure, that have sexual experience. Well, that's a conundrum. Because if I flip it and I said, ladies, if you were going to go to bed with a guy and you just needed to get serviced, like you wanted the CGA experience, you wanted to get drilled, you wanted somebody to lay that pipe, you wanted somebody to hit that bottom, you wanted them to stroke that thing, the kingdom come. Who would you pick? Would you pick a guy with less sexual experience or more? Now, when you give them a chance to think about it, they're going to say, well, I wouldn't want a guy that's been out there with the community dick. But they're going to pick community dick. They pick it every single time. If you look at King 6'8" the Great in his videos, what he's demonstrating is they're going to pick the guy that they know can do the job. They're not going to roll the dice on the guy to get experience until they're older. Now, when they're older, they'll teach. But at the end of it, that's the conundrum. They're picking the guys that have the experience. So it's not that bad of a deal for them. For the men, it's a bad deal to pick someone with greater experience than you. Specifically, most men don't have that much experience. So he's like, why am I risking that? Yeah, I'm going to get negatively judged. Yeah, but I'm actually working on a woman that's got way too much experience. He's not going to take her seriously. He can't take her seriously. So she just tried to wrestle away a double standard, but applied a double standard. You just applied the same double standard against men by telling the incels and the men with less experience and the insecure men and the men that matter, the men that have less experience, you just shush them away. Let's not deal with them and go jump on the dick that has experience. Like what? Women want men with more sexual experience. They don't shy away from it. They want that. They want to get dickmatized and baptized. They want to get throttled. They want somebody to hit that bottom. They want their insides pushed to their esophagus. They want somebody that can do the job. Okay, anyway, enough about that. We got the main event coming up here. We got a great main event coming up here. We got Jay-Z, rapper Jay-Z. I heard the new generation of people don't respect Jay-Z's catalog. They don't respect Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a good run after Notorious B.I.G. died. He took over Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn in the house? He took over. Do you think Jay-Z's catalog is overrated? Let's do a poll here. Let's start a poll. Is Jay-Z's catalog overrated? He's one of the first rap billionaires. Dr. Drizzy and Jay-Z. Is Jay-Z's catalog underrated? I heard Gen Z shitting on Jay-Z. Or I was like, whoa, that's crazy. All right. Or is he one of the greatest rappers of all time? You guys go ahead and vote on that one while we get some super chats and some business taken care of. And then what we'll do is we'll get into this main event. All right. No government name. Explain why Gen Z is so morbid about life worldwide to the point of refusing to have kids, letting society collapse or preserve their society. Do you think they are more jaded and apathetic generation to ever exist? And yes, Gen Z people don't, I mean, the way Gen Z is moving and shaking and moving and grooving, you know, they don't really care about society collapse, and neither did Gen X. So I would say, you know, young people typically don't care about those things, but once they get older and they realize that they have a responsibility to society, maybe they'll change their mind. But yeah, they don't want to bring in kids. They don't want to get married. They don't want to do these things. They kind of want it, but they don't want to do it the way that people want. People need to do it, which is making sacrifices. And so, yeah, we have a apathetic society. We see this in Korea, which is crazy. I'm like, I'll stop up all them Koreans. All right, I'll take all them Koreans over there. If they don't want to do nothing, they want to sit on them Korean punanis, I'll take them. I'll take all them Japanese women and I'll put them to work. I'll make a harem of Japanese women. But, you know, what I'm saying is that we just have people have stunted growth, stunted adolescence. Their adolescence is basically stunted and they're trying to struggle to find their place in society, but there is no place for them. There is a place for them, but they don't want to be in that place. Their place is to be a motherfucking Spacely Sprocket. All right. Okay. You're going to be a Cogsley. What was the Cogs one? Cogsley Cogs. You're going to be a cog. You're going to be a sprocket. And guys, there's not even a place for you to be a sprocket no more. Like, we're up Shit's Creek. Like, if you ain't on it, you ain't on it, bro. Like, even the social media people pulling the plug and they pulling the rug under people, man. Like, YouTube got us out here working for free. Instagram got you out here working for free. If you're posting reels on Instagram, you literally working for free. You better have an infrastructure centered around making money from your Instagram posts, or all them likes and followers are useless to you. I mean, these social media platforms, TikTok pulled the rug, YouTube pulling the rug, and Instagram got y'all niggas working for free, right? Acting like you gonna qualify for some goddamn monetization, and then you qualify and they pull the fucking rug from up under you. Like, we're getting to the point where it's like literally almost the winners are gonna win and the losers gonna lose, bro. Because people don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They're like, what do I do? And people are just sitting in the middle of the street like, okay, this is safe. I won't make any move. I'll show them. You show who? The New World Order? All right, you're playing right into their hands. New World Order. Cogswell Cogs. I knew that wasn't right. Cogswell Cogs. You're playing right into their hands, man. This is just so fun to watch. It's fun for me to watch as a person that is I'm a sadist. I like seeing people just make dumb decisions about their lives and just fucking have to pay for it later. But I've always been this way. Because, you know, I'm smarter than the average bear. But I kind of like watching people just do stupid shit and be like, you know what I mean? Like, watch this shit. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Oh, po thing. Po little tink tink. I kind of have a sadist about this. That's why they call me the great Coachellini. You know, that comes from Mussolini. You know, I have a little fascination with Mussolini. I had to go to Italy and learn. Oh, this nigga was rough around there for 20 years. But I have a fascination in looking at people's life and just be like, you know what? Your life is worthless. Okay. You're worthless. And you think you're worth something, but, well, the way you're moving and shaking, you're going nowhere. You're just a bot, an NPC, knuckle dragger, ham and egger. And people be so optimistic about shit. I'm going to go back to school and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to get a job. And I'll be sitting there like, I'll be listening to this shit, be like, good, great. I have to ask the ladies this, man. Look, I'll be like, why don't y'all, like, if I gave you this deal, and dude, this is the funny thing about it, guys. This is what tells you, and I've done this before, because y'all think this will solve it. Because y'all hear ladies out here complaining, and I just doing this, and I need to do that, and I need to do this. If I sold ladies, look, keep your little job, but I want you to work 15 to 20 hours, no more than that. I'll take care of all the bills. I'll move you in. You'll never have to pay a bill in your life. Don't worry about no rent. We'll pay off your car. I'll pay off your student loan debt. I'll give you a blank fucking slate. You just work a little bit of job. You be my personal assistant on the side. I'll give you an escape clause. I'll give you an allowance of $3,000 a month so you can sock away. That's your escape money. We're going to put it in an account that both of us have. And then if you want to leave, we'll just split the account. We'll just split it. All right. So I'll put $3,000 over here. That's your escape plan. All right. When you want to leave, we'll just split it in half. I'll give you the half and you can just leave and I'll keep the other half. All right. And you can go restart your life. And I'll give you 6 months of allowance to restart your life. Do you guys know they gonna fuck that up? You would think women will be like, I'll do it. They will literally fumble that bag. They will fumble it. They will literally turn it down. Look, now the only women that's going to take that deal right now are some old heads. Let me show you the women that's going to take that deal right now. All right. So women like this will take that deal. They'll be like, come do it. This one right here. She'll be like, I'll do it. All right. You too old, man. You like 47. All right. Or a woman like this. Let me show you this one. Right here. A woman like this. She'll do it. She'll be like, I'll do it. Why? Because they already kind of went through the system. All right. They got wrung out. Hung up. All right. She'll do it. She'll be like, I'll do it. All right. Some washed women. So I'm talking about some. If I took a woman and be like, look, you're 26, you're 25. Let me get this. I'm going to set you up. I'm going to set you up. You cannot fail. All right. You're good. All right. I won't control you. Yo, she going to fumble it, bro. They going to fumble it. They going to try to double dip. They going to try to finesse. They're going to try to figure out how to get the emergency slush fund and take all of it and leave. Well, what you gave me wasn't enough. They going to fumble the fucking bag. They going to fumble it and you're going to be like, damn. It's like you had the setup. And then guess what? At the end, they going to end up like, damn, you know what? I messed up. When they like 36, they be like, damn, I really had a good situation. I did fuck that up. You know what? Then they be like, man, I left a good man. He was taking care of me. They gonna fumble it. Dude, and what I'm telling you is, dude, most of y'all ain't coming even with 10% of that, and they still gonna fumble it. They think there's something better. He says, I think they would stick it out until they had enough to leave. Yeah, but they're still going to mess that up when they leave because they're going to look at the account and go, why can't I have everything in that account? And you can be like, no, we agreed that you can get half of the account. This was just an investment. There was some compounding. All right. It was an investment account. It was in a 4.9% APR. So I take my half out as an investment. You take, and they're going to want all of it. They're going to be like, no, I should have all of it. And you need to pay me for a year. 6 months is not enough. They still gonna fuck it up. They gonna fuck it up. Trust me, I've seen this and I'll just be like, wow. You know why? And this is why. They want their own freedom. And their children with breasts. They just want whatever you tell them, they want double. Right? But they'll agree to it and they'll get what they want and then they'll fumble it. They'll burn the bridge up. They'll attach dynamite to it and just explode. It's always going to happen, man. I'm going to tell you, bro, there ain't no woman. That's why when they out here complaining and they out here like they need to save us and protect us, I'll be like, man, whatever. Shut up. Shut up. It happens, dude. Most of them get offers like this and they turn it down and then they out here trying to patch it up and make it work. But I've given women these proposals knowing they were going to turn it down. And I was like, you don't want no help. But they'll come, I just need a little bit of help. I need this and I need that. And I got this and it's just overhead. And I just need somebody. I just need somebody that just, I'll take care of my upkeep. I just need somebody to take care of the bills and the rent. If I have somebody to take care of the bills and the rent and the car note, then I can live free. Then I can just focus on working and providing for him. And then I can take care of my upkeep and they're going to fuck it up. You be like, okay, I'll do that. I'll take care of your rent and your car note and your motherfucking lazy ass bills. What is that going to cost me? $3,500 a month. I got you. Boom. All right. Can you, when you come over, if you see some clothes on the floor in my closet, can you pick them up? They'd be like, who, me? Who, me? Pick up clothes in the closet? I'm not your fucking slave. You're like, I thought you were going to look out for me. I mean, I'm a little bit busy. I'm working. I'm kind of taking care of your shit. You know what I mean? I'm making it so that you can work your little fucking count beans and pencil pushing job. All right. I mean, the least you can do is when you see my socks on the floor, can you put them in there? And can you, if you see some clothes in the wash or the dryer, can you pull them out and fold them instead of putting them in the fucking thing and putting your clothes in the dryer? You thinking me? I got a college degree. I mean, I'm not the type of woman that be here picking up after you. You like, You know when she gonna do that? After you paid her rent down a couple of months. Now, I'm not the type of woman. I'm not here to cook or clean. I don't know what type of woman you thought I was. And I said, yeah, you said you were going to cook 3 days a week. Well. Man, the classic reneged. They love the renege, man. And there's some women out here, not me, coach. I'll do it. Okay, name, age, and dress size to the legendary Kevin Samuels. All right, okay, if you'll do it. Name, age, dress size. Check in. We're going to ask you the Kevin Samuels question of the year. Okay. What is your name? What is your age? And what size dress you wearing? All right, let's start right there. Because that's going to determine what type of deal that I'm going to give you. Now, if you start talking about some high numbers here, Camster email says, yeah, the 304 sold the whole diesel joint, only 35,000 miles with a warranty up to 120, 2021 diesel. What kind of woman you got over there, bruh? I can't feel sorry for you at this point. All right, that sounds like a terrible story. Tragedy. But of course, you got a baby mama. Happens. We got, let's see here, a couple more, and we got the main event. Kevin Sullivan's and his coach's prom season going on, and I see stepdaddies and dads posing for pictures together. He says the moms were rubbing their hands together like Birdman in the background, saying, look at these bitch-ass niggas, simp-ass niggas.
Look at this bitch-ass nigga.
All right, funding the whole prom. And meanwhile, the graduation and GPA in their college entrance exams haven't been paid for. These are the same people that said that SATs were racially and culturally biased, but they're out there splurging on proms in Memphis. Make it make sense. Absolutely tragic. And then we got Caitlyn, one more, then the main event. When women say body count doesn't matter, my question is, why aren't they with the man who gave them the best lay? He says, why aren't they married to the man that lays them good? Saying a woman's past doesn't matter is BS, and these women know it themselves. They lie about it. That's true. It does matter. It doesn't matter to them, and they know it matters to men. They're just trying to find the men it doesn't matter to. I mean, that's what they're playing. They're just playing the game of numbers and statistics, and eventually they'll find a guy that doesn't matter, but they won't keep the guy because he'll be appalled. Like, ladies, no, we're appalled by the things that you do. All right, we love the nasty things you do, but when you're doing it, we know definitely we can't wife you up. All right, we're not wifing this one up, but it feels good. All right, what you're doing is great. It's fantastic. I'm looking at you and what you're doing, and I'm like, I like the way you work it. No diggity. I'll be like, you're doing good, but this is definitely not putting you in the wife category. All right, because I cannot look at this woman, this whole ass woman in the morning raising my kids. All right, you'll think about cream pieing her and making her babies. All right, but then when you look at her, you be like, damn, this is my kid's mama. Anyway, let's do the main event. We got the main event here, and I'm trying to get done here. So we got main event. Let's run that intro. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, money 101, money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our Blue Chip Mindset on. The window is still open. Yes, let's do the main event here. We got a great main event here. Jay-Z, for the people watching the playback, we have a poll. Is Jay-Z's catalog overrated? 52% said yes. The unks and the OGs and the old heads are going crazy. Jay-Z catalog underrated, according to my audience, which my demographics is around 34 to 54. All right, we don't have the incels in here. No clavicular fans in here. Maybe there's 2 clavicular fans. No incels in here, though. All right, 52% says Jay-Z catalog is overrated. Well, we're going to go through that catalog because in this main event, we're going to look at Jigga, my nigga. Jay-Z says money over hoes is a terrible concept. Now, before we go forward, I think Jay-Z definitely has a solid catalog. I wouldn't put it at the greatest of all time, but I definitely rocked out on some Jigga songs. Jigga, my nigga. What about Can I Live? All right, what about that? What about Hard Knock Life for us? It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of kidding, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. All right. That was a good song, Hard Knock Life. There was some other classes in there. All right, throw their hands up. All right, Mac. All right, what about that, man? Benny Mac in the building. Anyway, Jay-Z, great catalog. He's still out here rapping and singing. But again, as a rapper, you can't rap about too much of your past because, well, when you start getting real money, nobody believes you. And I get it. You're going to have some growth and maturity in your life, and you're going to reach a new level. And according to the world, Jay-Z's a billionaire, according to what we know. And we know he's over the halftime show. We know he had some stock in the music app. I can't remember the music app that he had. It wasn't Spotify. It was, well, who cares? Right, who cares? But we're not here for facts. We're just here to make judgments. All right, but anyway, title was it. All right, but anyway, Jay-Z had this to say in a New York Times interview. New world order. All right, New York Times interview. He says the street codes, he doesn't believe in the street codes anymore. All right, which I can agree with. I understand that. I don't like the street codes either. But this is interesting coming from a guy who peddled and pushed this debauchery and degeneracy onto a society of men who now have to live this reality out. And I've actually talked about this. A lot of Gen X men tried to live out the realities they saw in movies and rap videos. You got your earlier sexual education from these men. Okay, you got your ways how to hustle and make a little bit of money off from these men, from their music and their movies that they pushed onto the greater society of uneducated, specifically black men and Puerto Rican men and Dominican men and all of these men out here trying to live out a Jay-Z video. What about the big pimping, spinning cheese? I'll be big pimping on BLABs or whatever he was talking about. All right, coming up at the Black Barrio. I make some meal off for sorry ho. And all of these niggas ended up married. Oops, my bad. That's my scenario. But every girl, where we go. All right. I keep hustling. Say, there we go. All right, but anyway, this is Jay-Z. You guys know him. He said he don't live by the street codes. Let's let him say what he needs to say right here. Here we go.
My locations have changed, but who I am as a person and what I believe in, none of that's changed. Things I believe to be true, maybe young, I don't believe so much. You know, a lot of street codes and things like that may have messed with our emotional intelligence. You know, money over hoes. That's a terrible concept.
Oh,
it sounds good. So yeah, some of those things change, but the foundation of the struggle, you know, our fight to be recognized in a country that doesn't see us in that light. Those themes and emotions, I still try to convey them.
Okay, all right. The New World Order times. All right. New World Order. There he is, Jay-Z. You know, people, you know, once you become a billionaire, you become sort of reclusive. You lose touch on reality. You know, I'm not even a billionaire and I have this problem. You know what I mean? You lose touch. You're a little bit away from the struggle and the people, and you start to be a little bit more isolated from the world and their problems and things like this. And you do change your narrative and scenario, but You just got to go back to your catalog, sir, and see what you actually really believe. Do you believe what you're saying now, or do you believe what you said back then? We do have to ask. Happens to all of us. But here's a reason why you might be hearing this. Here's a reason why you might be hearing this. It's not so much that you lose touch of reality and you become isolated from the masses, the sheeple, the ham and eggers, the knuckle draggers. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. New world order. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Okay. This is an apology tour. This is an apology tour for a variety of reasons. I've seen men talk like this because, and I mentioned this, I said at some particular point, the chickens will come home to roost on the rap industry like it did rock and roll, like it did the Hollywood industry. Because the rap industry, a lot of the things that they did were for minors. They did them to minors. A lot of the women that they rapped about, a lot of the debaucherous things that they did were on young women. Okay. People keep denying me. I remember a guy thought I was crazy for saying that, but I was like, that's not, you got to understand. Most of the groupies that they were with and the groupie hoes and bitches jumping on tour buses and jumping around, they weren't grown ass women. They were young women. And that was just a day and a time. That was just what it was. I'm not criticizing them for this. I'm just saying that's what it was. They saw R. Kelly go through it. They also saw Diddy go through this, allegedly flying a woman from one city to another city and had her all up on his lap in the studio and all of this stuff. A lot of these women were 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Even when he got with Beyonce, she was supposed to be very young. And there were some rumors about him and another female rapper when she was a minor as well. And also Aaliyah was running around in their circle at some particular point. And I'm not trying to cast them in a negative light. I don't want them to get got. I'm just saying that was the day and the times. That was what was going on. And everything I'm saying is alleged. I'm not trying to get these people in trouble. But what I'm saying is this is the get ahead of the story. This is to say, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. This is, I apologize for putting out this particular music and doing things to these women that was cool back then to shit on women, to pour Cristal all over on women's bodies. It was cool to do it in young, but now that I look back as a mature male, I do want to apologize for this. I want to apologize for cheating on my girlfriends and my wives, out there hiring hookers and being with these hoes behind my wife's back. This is getting ahead of all that. Now, I saw Shaquille O'Neal kind of do the same thing, right? Shaquille O'Neal kind of did the same thing. He was like, you know what? I made my mistakes. I made my errors. And, I've repented for them. And my sins have been all washed away. And I get it. Because it was a different time in an era. It was pre-Me Too. Men in the 90s could get away with a lot. And these men got away with a lot. And sometimes, some of these loose ends are out here. There's loose ends out here that might be able to pop up at any particular point and provide enough evidence to burst their bubble. Not only that, you have the fact that a lot of these men have daughters. So what tends to happen to men as their daughters start to age, and I believe he has a daughter named Blue. She might be in her early teens. She might be an adult for all I know. I don't even know how old she is, but she might be getting of that age where she can have an awareness, a good, keen sense of awareness about what the father said about women and what actually her reality is, what her mother's telling her to be as a woman compared to what the father was saying about women. So if he's saying money over hoes, does he want to teach his daughter that? That's often the conundrum of a girl dad. When your girl becomes of age, do you want to tell her, yeah, your boyfriend should pursue money over these hoes? Okay. So is it that, you start thinking of these things differently as you present yourself to the world and you look back? Speaking of looking back, we're going to go ahead and look back at some of Jay-Z's songs here as he's saying the street code. I don't believe the street code of money over hoes is a street code, because let me just say this quote right here, a famous quote. You can lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. Okay. It's a powerful piece of advice highlighting that focusing on financial stability and ambition is more beneficial long-term than chasing women. It emphasizes that money provides security, which is often attractive, whereas chasing women can lead to wasting money, time, and focus. Or as Coach Greg Adams says, money, energy, attention, and time. The free agent lifestyle, prioritizing your money, then getting yourself in a position to attract the best woman, because boys chase, men attract. These are all things that I say that is simply true. Boys chase, men attract. Money over hoes is simply a element of this. All right. It's simply kind of a cast off of this, or kind of connected to this. So it's fuck bitches, get money. Fuck bitches, get money, right? These are all kind of elements of the same thing. Now, the hip hop have made it a little bit more degrading. Fuck bitches, get money, money over hoes, right? Bros over hoes. They've made it a little bit more, I guess, degenerate by saying that. But it's all the same. This is all comes from the same philosophy. You can lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. Money, energy, attention, and time, all men pay. These are all kind of just the same thing. All right. Decide what you want to pay with. You want to pay with time? All right. Money means more to you. Time doesn't mean nothing for you. You're going to trick time. Okay. And then you're going to look at opportunity cost. Time going to go away. And then most of these relationships don't last. You wasted the time. You didn't make more money. You could have made more money in that time, but you decided to get in a relationship. It literally comes from all of these things. To say that that's a street code is a myth. That's not true. But I do want to go back and look at a little bit of his catalog and see if that matches up. All right. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it the same. We're going to do it at the same time. All right. We're going to do it at the same time. We're going to do it. And we asked Claude to actually come up with it. Ask Claude, can you name Jay-Z songs that feature him talking about getting money? All right. There is the prompt there. Can you name songs from Jay-Z's catalog that features him talking about getting money? Classic anthems, Dead Presidents. Stacking money is central to the whole track. What about Can I Get a What? All about separating real from fake when money's involved. Can I get a ooh? What about Money, Cash, Hoes? Money, Cash, Hoes. What? Money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. DMX says what? The title says it all. Money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. This one says, I just want to love you. All right. Flexing wealth throughout. Motivation hustle songs. You don't know. Heavy on the hustle and financial come up narrative. Lucifer references his rise from nothing to wealth. What about Blueprint 2? Brags extensively about his financial empire. What more can I say? Wealth and legacy throughout. What about flashy flexi records? Tom Ford, luxury lifestyle and money flexing. Otis, designer labels and big money energy. Niggas in Paris, excessive wealth and the whole theme. Holy Grail touches on the burden and blessings of wealth. What about Renegade? Discusses his come up from the streets. 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. References his drug money blast. 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. What about Izzo? H to the Izzo, hustle narrative from the ground up. Pretty much any Jay-Z record touches on money in some way. It's one of his signature themes throughout his entire career. Want me to focus on a specific era? And I said, what about the Big Pimpin' song? Of course, Big Pimpin' is actually one of the most iconic money lifestyle flex records. Definitely deserves a spot on the list. It fits perfectly in the flashy flex record category, along with Tom Ford and Otis. Big Pimpin'. I mean, where do we end, bruh? Okay. Where do we end? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Even they say pretty much every Jay-Z record talks about this. 99 problems in it is J1 plus 14. What number are we at? What number are we at? So this is what makes this particular statement stand out to me as a what? Yeah, the dope man. I mean, there's too many songs. I couldn't even think about it. I was like, I don't even want to put any brain power to do my own research on this one. I kind of know Jay-Z's catalog. I've listened to all of his albums. And I'm like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to just ask ChatGPT. It's like, because this is crazy for him to then say, well, it's a terrible concept to come up with and to teach. Now, the point is, I think where the problem is with this one, this is where the problem is. That statement doesn't say enough, in my opinion. And Jay-Z is not very articulate. All right. I do have respect for him and his catalog. I don't think Jay-Z's very articulate as a person. He's one of these people that articulates better when he raps. Okay. And a lot of people are like that. All right. A lot of artists are like that. It's kind of like a painter. A painter can't tell you in words what he paints. He could just paint and then let the paint do the talking. Okay. But in terms of articulating his statements, he doesn't dive deep into the statements, whether it's him trying to play safe or not. I don't find him to ever have been very articulate in discussing his point of view, which makes it kind of a narrow statement, or what do they call it? It's a statement that is vague. But also in the vagueness of his statement, it also feeds the Mickey Mouse people, right? Because then people can say, oh, what Jay-Z said, because that's what they do with people. He's a messiah. Well, Jay-Z said it's a terrible concept, so that anytime you try to dig deeper in there to try to provide a narrative or some nuance, people can say, well, Jay-Z said it was terrible, and then move on. But it's completely vague. Jay-Z, can you elaborate on what you're talking about? What's terrible about the concept? Is it terrible that you cast women in a negative light in the conversation? Because that point I can agree, and I can see you're on an apology tour like Ruben Studdard. You're sorry for 2004. All right, so I'm going to give you that. You sorry for 2004. I see you got, a daughter here. You're trying to be a girl dad. It's 2026. By the way, your catalog is going to have to exist all the way to 2050. All right. Or if they start picking your catalog apart, well, then your financial empire crumbles. Well, at least your catalog does. And the resale value of it plummets. So you got to go on an apology tour. Okay. So I get what you're doing there. All right. Possibly you want to get ahead of any allegations that come up, because listen, any artist is that right now can get any allegation and blow up the whole thing. So at that particular point, yeah, I will tell you that. But what else are you sorry for? Are you sorry about the negative of teaching men that hustle culture is bad? Or are you trying to pander to the Gen Z who don't like hustle culture? What? That's why I say the statement is vague. I cannot just rest and say, yeah, it's a terrible concept. I get what he's saying, because I don't understand what you're saying. You need to go into it more. You need to go into it more to describe it for me to go ahead and believe it. Again, like I said, if you think this is a good statement, take the dunce cap and go right to the fucking corner, right? And put the dunce cap on and stay there, you Mickey Mouse, low frequency, low thinking ass N-word. Because this statement doesn't say enough, other than the fact that you're trying to new world order, pander to the new world order. All right. I mean, this is just, it doesn't tell me enough. What about the idea of being a crack seller? Maybe that has something to do with it. The fact that you built a career talking about you've been pushing drugs in just about every song that you've come up with. Perhaps now they can find some evidence of you pushing drugs in Marcy. All right. And put a crack empire on you and give you the RICO. What are we doing? All right. Because all of your songs talked about how big of a drug dealer you are. And now you got to live with the fact that you built an empire, becoming a billionaire, saying you peddled drugs and you didn't push no weight. Like, what are we doing? Well, that's definitely, then I have to, that's why I say this is a bland statement. It kind of hits for the Mickey Mouse low frequency people, but it also opens up ideas for people to go a little bit deeper without him going deeper into the message. He should have went deeper. We should not take this at face value. We should not say, oh yeah, money over hoes. Men should get married and not chase money first. Or maybe he was pushed out here by his handlers. I don't know. New world order. Maybe he was pushed out here by his handlers to say, hey, these men should come out here and simp. Get married. Jay-Z's married. So you should be married too. You should be married and marry these Megan Thee Stallion skeezers. I don't know, man. What do you think? Go ahead and type into the chat to figure out, what do you think Jay-Z's message overall was about this? Do you think he was making a statement just in trying to please world order, or he was trying to do an apology tour? He was trying to get ahead of the Me Too or any allegations. He was trying to apologize for peddling smut and crack to the black community. What do you think it was that he was doing here? Some people say it's growth. All right, he was growing and maturing and evolving in his message, in that he wants to push another message. Well, I think at that point, man, that statement ain't enough, nigga. All right, I got a whole catalog here. You're going to need to put out some new music. Rebranding himself, people rebranding himself. What do you think it is? All right, what do you think it is? Oh, he's trying to pander to women. That's another one. He's trying to pander to women. You know, these women know he was out here doing some fugazi shizzle. Allegedly, by the way, everything I say is alleged. All right, everything I say is alleged. I ain't saying he did anything to no minors. I was saying what the industry did to minors. All right. What is he doing? Somebody said that's not growth. All right. He almost 60 years old. You know, you do have to remember that. I've always wondered with hip hop artists, what would they become as they aged? Because a lot of hip hop artists, they're very young, 19, 18, some 16, you know, our greatest MCs, their probably peak career was 19 to 22, 19 to 23. And we do have to remember that, and the fact that then, you know, the same as we say for OnlyFans girls and women who do prawn, men who do hip hop are pushing a product to their people that is not healthy. Although they're not exposing themselves, they're pushing an unhealthy product to their people, and they're making a lot of money on it. Just as you can similarly say Michael Jordan pushing shoes that they know dudes are going to kill each other over, you know, is negative. But even the hip hop industry did that. And these men are now aged, and now they're on their 50s and 60s, and they're looking back and they're going, this is blood money, right? This is blood money. Okay. So this is blood money, and I feel regretful that I caused people to shoot each other over Mitchell and Ness jerseys. This is all alleged. I caused each other to shoot people over Air Force Ones and Jabot jeans. I caused people to shoot each other over Yankee fitted caps. This is all alleged. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying as an example. I caused people to pour Cristal over women's heads and degrade them. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. All right. It ain't where I am or where I'm about to go. Remember that song? Give it to me. When the rim is in the system, ain't no teller will I fuck up, will I diss him. That when they be yelling, I'm a pit by blood, not relation. That's Biggie, by the way. Can't look, keep her little hands off me, and I wish I never met her at all. It gets better. Go another round. It's about to go down. Got Chris by the Chris. Chris bottles of Chris. All right. Anyway, what's the best Jay-Z verse? Let's do the super chats here. People talking about Tupac. Where we get right here. Blue. All right, what's the best Jay-Z verse? What do y'all think, man? To me, I got my favorite song. My favorite song from Jay-Z is from let me see if I can pull this up. I can't play the song though. Let me see what we can do here. Oh, the takeover, the break's over. All right. Renegade. All right, you got it right there. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I would play the song because I gotta get the damn lyrics right though. And I'm saying this is my favorite song, and I can't even fucking get the lyrics right. All right, here we go, right here. I got the dough. What about You Don't Know? Let me see here. I thought y'all said his catalog was whack. I gotta play a little bit of song. You think I'm gonna get a copyright if I play a little bit of the song? I might get a copyright. Let me see if we can do this real quick. Oh shit. All right, which one don't have the video? This is where the whole stream. I'm gonna get a copyright. All right, hold on for a second. He said, "Don't play it." Let me get the intro real quick. Come on, play the song. All right, hold on for a second. Yeah. How the fuck you gonna talk about his C's got skills? Yeah, that's the one out. That's the one I want. Both arms of Chucky, the sleeves on chill. Every summertime, 100 G's in your grill. Don't talk to me about his C's got skills. He's all right, but he's not real. Jay-Z's that deal. Fuck, you got a flow that's cool with me. You got a little dough that's cool with me. You got a little cards and little jewelries, but none of y'all motherfuckers can fool with me. You know the wrist frostbit, -2 degrees, about as blue as the sea. The way I maneuver the V. Hat cop can't see his eyes. Who can it be? With that new blue Yankee on, who but me? All right, that's to me. That's my favorite one right there. That's my favorite one. Did y'all hear it? All right. All right, anyway. To me, that's my favorite Jay-Z song of all times. Anyway. Did y'all hear the song? No, I hope I don't get a copyright. 12 a.m. I be at the club. 3 a.m. I be kicking her out. 4 a.m. back at the club. All right, anyway. 6 a.m. about to get in some bud. All right, y'all couldn't hear it? All right, good. I got the record right. Anyway, good. All right, let's do these super chats. Somebody said Jay-Z's old. Oh, man, the old hit. God damn, y'all be dissing Jay-Z. I heard my man, look, man, I'm not trying to throw Gen Z under the bus, but Gen Z, you can literally play any 90s and 2000s hip hop in front of them, and they are not impressed. They are not impressed. It is mind-boggling, baffling. I just think it's somewhat disrespectful because I came up on hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, I remember listening to like Sparky D and MC Shan and Marley Marl and shit. You know what I mean? And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and Houdini. You know what I mean? I grew up on Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. I grew up on the Beasties. I grew up on like the second early post era of the originators of hip hop. And I appreciated it. You know what I mean? I appreciated the early. It sound kind of Mickey Mouse. I grew up on Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. I grew up on Main Source and, you know, I mean, Extra P and Tribe Called Quest. I grew up on the early hip hop. Too Short, Freaky Tales. I'm old, I know, but look, but there was hip hop before me, slightly before me. And I thought it was weird. Niggas dressing like they in space suits. Talk about fun, baby. You know what I mean? Breaking white lines going through my mind. And all the while, I'll think of you. Pipeline. All right. I grew up on like Grandmaster Flash and all of that shit. Rock. That was like Broken Glass everywhere. That was like before I was I was 8. I thought it was a little kind of weird. It's like a jungle sometimes. It make me wonder how I keep from going under. I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, why these niggas hutting and shit? Now, I didn't diss it. I didn't diss that Jerry curl wearing ass. What's the Jerry curl wearing ass nigga? Talking about some hard times and shit. What is it called? Anyway, Curtis Blow, you know what I mean? Curtis Blow and the Fat Boys and shit, all up in the B Street and the motherfucking Electric Boogaloo and the Boogaloo Flu. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad at the Boogaloo Flu. All right, let them catch the Boogaloo Flu. You know what I mean? But I respected it because we needed it to go to the next level. But today's generation does not respect hip hop. They don't respect it. Yeah, these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down. Huh. Respect the game. They don't respect the game. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I want them to put some respect on it. Yeah, Rakim and Eric B for president. That's what I'm talking about. But they don't respect Rakim. You put Rakim on for some kids, they be like, man, what is this shit? What is this shit? All right, anyway, shout out to High Tolerance says, salute to you, the 15th anniversary of CGA. Jay-Z benefited from No Biggie, and Pac, like Beyonce, went solo at the right time when Aaliyah passed. Interesting take. I've never heard the Aaliyah Beyonce take, but Jay-Z did definitely benefit from No Biggie. All right, Biggie was casting a large shadow over Jay-Z, but Jay-Z was putting in work underneath, you know what I mean, writing for some of Biggie's artists and Biggie's friends out in Brooklyn. But Biggie did, you know, moving Biggie out of the way, Jay-Z definitely did benefit. And then he did a lot of songs with Biggie's lyrics as an intro. So I would say he definitely benefited from Biggie being not there. All right, for sure. All right, but Biggie wasn't around very long. I mean, he was around for only like 16 to 18 months, but he did cast a large shadow over hip hop in Brooklyn for sure. And then Aaliyah with the Beyonce replacing Aaliyah, never heard that connection before. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you're saying if there was an Aaliyah was alive, Beyonce wouldn't have been able to become Beyonce? I don't disagree with that, but I've never put them on a parallel. I've never put them on that wavelength before, but that's interesting. I got to take a look at that. Who's the greatest MC of all time for the hip hop heads? Who's the greatest MC of all time for the hip hop heads? And for the young people, go ahead and put Playboy Cardi or whoever the fuck you want to put in here. You can put your Playboy Cardi in here and whoever you guys want to put. You know, y'all be out here doing some rage. Okay, y'all said Pac, Eminem, Big L, Rakim, the God Allah. All right, Drizzy. Okay, young people. Drake. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh man. Nas, Escobar. We got NBA Youngboy. That definitely is the young people in there. NBA Youngboy. I gotta listen to some of these people. Lil Uzi. Wowzers. Lil Uzi Vert. Okay, man. I mean, these guys aren't bad. Love them. Andre 3000. We got in here. Tupac. Lil Wayne. He needs some more respect on his name. Big L. They don't know about Big L. Big L's a little bit too past their time, and he didn't get to his prime, so they missed out on that. Big L. Somebody said the Jacka. I'm not sure who that is. How come Vanilla Ice? Okay, y'all tripping. Busta Rhymes definitely got some lyrics. Lil B, the bass god. These are okay. That's the millennials in there. Millennials. Somebody got sniped. What about somebody that Scarface? Okay. KRS-One, the Blastmaster, Styles P. I think Jada's better than Styles, but I'll take that. Lil Nas X, no way. Chuck D. I don't know if he's a great. Well, I mean, what makes a great MC? Somebody mentioned somebody that I see never get mentioned too much. Somebody said Crazy Bone. Crazy Bone got to get in there too. Fitty, the Lord Infamous. What about LL Cool J and Ice Cube? How come they never come up? Somebody mentioned LL. What about LL and Ice Cube? They never get their just due. I think people skip over LL and Ice Cube all the time. I think they need to go up in there too. What about the DLC? He don't have enough catalog, but he was one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. The Doc. But I think Ice Cube's pen is unmatched. His storytelling is unmatched. I don't think anybody can keep up with Cube's legendary storytelling. LL's catalog got to be in there. All right. Let me see who else in here. Jay-Z, Big Daddy Kane. All right. You guys are naming some good people in there. Silk the Shocker. I'm going to say no on that one. But anyway, anybody that came out of No Limit is a no in terms of being an MC. But they had the energy for sure. I'm the Carmel, the golden platinum tank. I got them big things. I got them big bank. Ice Cube gets rejected. Okay, Method, M-E-T-A. Okay, all right. We got Method. Redman. All right, that's a good one. Slick Rick. Storytelling. MC Ren. He saved NWA for sure. MC Ren got to get a little bit of respect, at least for a little bit of time. All right, y'all naming some of the Woo. Ghostface Killer. All right, some good names, man. Good. Thanks for sharing that right there. Sugar Free. All right, Sugar Free definitely has an interesting flow. Tongue Twister, the Twister. Chicago, Pope Pimpin'. MC8. Okay, what about DJ Quick? What about DJ Quick? He's another one that don't get no respect. When people start naming great producers and great lyricists, DJ Quick got to be in there. No? Quick is the name. I'm a little bit West Coast biased, I will admit. But no Quick? Damn, y'all dissing DJ Quick. Oh, my God. All right, MC8 or DJ Quick? I'm going DJ Quick on that one. MC8? Oh, my Lord. I love MC8, by the way, but I'm going Quick on that one. All right, let me see here. Corrupt, Daz, Dillinger, AMG, Scarface. All right, Rap a Lot. Y'all naming all the gangsters. Can we get some people in here with some regular rap? Skateboarders, backpackers? What about Kanye? Lupe Fiasco, Lil Brother. Some regular dudes. What about J. Cole and Talib Kweli? What about the dudes that don't push and peddle this degeneracy? Will Smith. All right, anyway, shout out to y'all. Let me do these here. The Souls of Mischievous. Souls of Mischiefs. I mean, do they really count? They only have really one album. All right, but they still had the lyrics. Shout out to everybody. Casual and Saphir. I think Saphir died recently from the Souls of Mischievous crew. I can't remember. They were called Hieroglyphics. Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. What about Grand Poobah and Brand Nubian? All right, too many legendaries people out here, man. Too many legendaries. The Brand Nubian. Rock the Set. What about CGA? Y'all know I rapped. All right, I got a demo tape out there, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna never let anybody hear it. But I rapped. I put a demo out. I put 8-song demo out. Back in 91, 92, I put a demo out. And I actually performed at the ASCAP showcase. And I met Scarface. He was our special guest at the ASCAP. And I was out there, man, I'm going to be the next Tupac. I was like, I'd be the next Tupac. And that was before Tupac was famous. That was before I Get Around. That was before that album. Then I started seeing rappers getting shot and shit. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to be a part of that. I started coaching basketball. And I was like, all right. I started coaching basketball. I was like, nah, these niggas getting beat up and shot. That was before Tupac. That was like right before Tupac got shot the first time. I was like, they getting beat up and shit. Oh, they taking this shit seriously. I thought we was just playing. I was like, oh, they really fighting and shooting. Oh, okay. I thought they was just talking. I thought we was just rhyming. Because when NWA was doing it, they was just talking about it. So I was like, oh, we just talking about it? All right, shit. I'll just pull it from the waistline. I pull it from the small of my back. Boom. Pow, pow, pow. All right. I thought we was just making a movie. Oh, they really shooting? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I wasn't rolling deep. What about Paris and Conscious Daughters? Carter says, F what Jay-Z talking about. I went to NASCAR this weekend and I ain't even broke my neck for this many white girls in my life. Shout out to you.
Where the white women at?
All right, he was down there in white. He was down there in white woman heaven out there. Like,
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some
he
snow.
says right here, I was looking like Samuel L. Jackson. Did they have their little cut off coochie cutter shorts with their little pancakes, their little soggy booties hanging out the back? He says all that flatback Supreme calico made me instantly think that you needed some money. Boss up ninjas out there. Shout out to you.
I got money.
It was like going to a country concert out in Vegas. We had Morgan Wallen out here, but going to a NASCAR and seeing them girls with their little boots and their little hats and their little curled up hair. They didn't spit their hair on their curler. All right. And all their hairspray came out there with their little itty bitty titties. All right. Came out there with their little bitties out and their little tight little bodies and their little chicken booties out. All right. And he was like, yes, give me that. Give me.
Where the white women at?
He was starving out there.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Blue Bag and says Jay-Z had niggas out here selling it from crack to opium in third person. You better boss up out here, man. For real, man.
You better boss up, nigga.
For sure. He had you out here selling, wishing to get a corner. He was like, I need me a corner out here. He had you out here wanting a corner. Cancel email. Don't feel sorry for me, coach. All men pay. You are the GOAT. The 304 went broke and went to jail. Thank God I recovered faster than most men financially, but she didn't. All right. As long as those kids are minors, I will say she's always eligible to come back into your life. So watch out. All right. Somebody said DJ Academics is doing a topic on this right now. Well, DJ Academics is a fan of CGA. He won't admit it, but DJ Academics definitely watches CGA. Here's my thing, man. Rap is just a big old World Wrestling Federation, guys. And rap is one of the biggest psyops on the black community that ever existed. So, you know, it goes along with the crack era, hand in hand. It's actually the result of the crack era. It came right on the heels of the crack era. Ronald Reagan's Iran-Contra affair, the result of single motherhood, huge psyops on the black community. It's actually one of the most destructive forces of anti-black community. The hypermasculinity, the misogyny, the outright blatant promotion of drug culture, gang, pimpism, everything degenerate about the neighborhood and the inner city, they promoted it. Right? Pimps, hoes, degeneracy, debauchery, hypermasculinity, casual sex, hookup culture, thoughts. They created, rap was the first one, because I don't know if you guys remember, before the addition of rap, 2000s rap, women did not listen to rap. Like, they knew rappers, but they knew rappers that were like LL Cool J, I Need Love. Like, and you had groupie hoes, but you didn't have the groupie hoes chasing after like NWA. You had a couple of groupie hoes chasing after NWA, but they was hoes. Strawberry. They was hoes. They was hoes and crack hoes and Volkswagen Jetta hoes. But back in like before 96, 97, women didn't listen to rap. Okay. They didn't listen to rap. They didn't want to promote anything that was on a rap record. Now, what changed that was, I think, then like men like, I would say the Tretch, Naughty by Nature, going into Queen Latifah, going into the MC Light Roughneck, that kind of changed the direction. Once the women started getting on the mic and the men started writing for the women, and the women came out with the posturing and shit like that, like Boss, and they came out with that, I need a roughneck. That's changed it and got women to listen a lot more. And then when they went into handsome rappers, like once we got into Nelly and Lil Wayne, then women were like, I want a man like Lil Wayne. Like, you're like, what? I remember women were like, that's my husband. Once they got into that, then the women started to jump on the dance floor and shake their ass to the music like the women in the video. So I would say the video vixen era got women to want to be the video vixens. And more women wanted to be that. So when when the nasty, like, I want you to think about this. This was in my day. Women would call you ridiculous for saying the very same thing they jumping on the dance floor to dance to. Like, if they came off the dance floor shaking their ass and doing all of this shit and rapping to the window, to the wall, to the sweat, they rapping this shit. Shout out to, I think Chris Rock talked about this, or a comedian. They would dance and sing back the lyrics of this nasty shit, and then they would see you over there. They be taking a drink, and then you be like, "Hey, I see you down. I see you down to catch balls to the walls." They'd be like, "Huh? I'm not that type of woman. I'm not that type of woman. Treat me with respect." And you're like, and you're like,
wait a minute. Who are you?
yeah, that was Chris Rock that talked about that. They would, like, I don't know if you knew, before 2000s rap, women would not get on the dance floor to that shit. And I was 18 at 1993. They might sing it in a little bit, but like, even like when DJ Quick came out in Second to None, their songs that the women liked were not the raunchy shit that we liked off the album. Like, Second to None has some raunchy shit. Like, I'm more than a player. I'm more like a pimp. Like, the women that listen to that, they listen to, if you want it, I got it. If you need it, baby, I'll treat it. If you love it, come and rub it. 'Cause it's something I will let you know. Oh, you see a brother like me, the gangster deep. See, the women listen to the R&B flow of the rap. They didn't listen to the debaucherous, nasty shit the niggas were saying. You know what I mean? Until around 2000. And then they started to sing it back and dance raunchy. Then you got the twerking, the tip drill. Then all the women wanted to be in the video. So that's what I'm looking at going, the programming worked. This New World Order, the CIA, they got the black community by the hook. And that was the biggest, nobody could debate me on this one. The black community has suffered more from gangster rap and rap music than they did the crack era, the welfare era, right? The welfare era from the 70s, the heroin, the syphilis, and white supremacy combined. Because we talking about 50 years in. We got 40, 35 good years of hoes and niggas. 35 straight years. We talking about niggas that done died for the hood, died for rap, died for anything rap promoted in terms of wardrobes, jail, life sentences, criminal laws that was pushed against rappers and the niggas trying to emulate rap life. I'll never forget. I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the height of NWA. So I was visiting for the summer. This was when NWA had just came out with the second album, which was the third album, but that's neither here nor there. It was the Nigga for Life album. I'm in Milwaukee. This nigga walking down the street with a orange Department of Correction uniform on. I knew then. I was like, we are cooked. Jerry curl with an orange Department of Correction jumpsuit. I said, nigga, that was like what, 91? I said, shit, it's over. It's over. We ain't never recovering from this. That's a sickness. You gotta be sick, nigga, to think I'm gonna walk down the street with a horse. For people who don't know, that is the city, that is the jail suit, and he ordered that shit. I was like, God damn. I'm like, man, you gotta be a sick Negro. You got to be a sick Negro to walk down the street with an orange Department of Correction uniform. I said, these niggas are sick. All right, this is what it is. It's basically the state pen's Department of Correction uniform right here. I'm like, this is a sick Negro. I'm like, man, the fuck? I'm like, nah, man, we ain't coming back from this, man. The whole hood about to be fucked up. All right, anyway, we got a couple more and I got a scoop. William says, I mentioned Ice Cube. The chat was moving too fast. Ice Cube is my personally my favorite because he wrote for NWA. Therefore, Cube created this gangsta-ish. And this the fucking things he get. He says right here, anybody rapping gangsta style is technically rapping like Ice Cube. Yeah, Ice Cube cannot be denied. I think he's got to go. And he's in my top 5. But, you know, I can see why people wouldn't put him there. Shout out to our brother here. Kaylin says, Coach, what genre of music appeals to you more, hip hop or R&B? It depends on the day and the time of the day. I can't listen to too much hip hop early in the morning. So right now it's more R&B, but you know, if I want to be motivated and inspired and feel like I want to build a crack empire, I'll put on some trap music and I'll call it a day. All right, Pro Mansplainer says, thank you for all the real that you deliver. You're still on the telling these youngsters about protecting women from themselves. And good examples of KS less letters in sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. All right, the need to be right. Shout out to you, man. And I think I butchered that. And I got Pro Mansplainer. Okay, we got that. Let me double back to Cash App and then Venmo, and then we can get out of here. Okay, Cash App is done for the day. Thank you, man. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Iggy says, a great show today on the evils of rap music and how it destroyed Black Americans' lives over the past 50 years. Now talk about how the Black members of the Manosphere are still pushing rap music. That would be interesting. Like, it's kind of like the catch-22. It's kind of like pornography. It's kind of like even the mafia movies for Italians. I look at kind of the Black community as the second coming of Italians, except the lack of organization. So the Italians had the Italian mob and they had the over celebration of the Italian mob. I don't think as a neighborhood, they kind of were intimidated by them, but as a neighborhood, as critical figures of the community, the Italian mob still presided over their communities since the 2000s. Some people think they've made a comeback. So, you know, they made tons of movies about them, but I think what they're missing is that they're not organized. The Black community is not organized. Like the Italian mob seemed to be a lot more organized, and they didn't take out too many innocent bystanders. They only kept the violence amongst themselves and critical members, blood in, blood out. Whereas the organization of Black crime took out too many people, too many members of their own, not only criminal people, but innocent bystanders, and push drugs to their own people. It's just, I don't know, man. That could be a whole show. All right. That could be a whole show where the disorganization of the criminal culture in the Black community destroyed everybody instead of lifted everybody up. You know what I mean? Even the Crips and the Blood started off authentically and then turned into criminal enterprise to the point where they victimized their so-called own people to get ahead. I mean, just too much. Then it turned into rap music, gang banging on wax. I mean, there's just, man, that could be a whole show. And, you know, it's going to piss some people off because they're going to be like, you don't even know what you're talking about. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Antonio Casio says, what's up, CGA? These brothers better start bossing up. The right time is right now. Also, Martin Luther King was an industry plant while banging white girls and orgies. School doesn't teach you that, brothers. And no, they don't. All right. They're going to say the white man made that up. But yes, Martin Luther King loved them some white women too. All right. We do have pictures of that.
Where the white women at?
Go look at this guy, Brooklyn St. Michael. He breaks it down a lot more than I can do it. I can break it down a lot less, I guess, historically. And I can jump around and it'll be a little drunk the way I present it. But yeah, the Black community has suffered greatly from making celebrities out of athletes and entertainers. They suffer mightily from racial people that peddle racism, right? The Al Sharptons, the church pastors, the Martin Luther Kings. These people are, what do they call them? Race hustlers. They suffer from race hustlers, which basically strip the Black community. They strip them bare. And most of these men were debaucherous degenerates themselves. all the way up to Elijah Muhammad, allegedly, to Martin Luther King. Most of these men that were the biggest race hustlers and the biggest people who pedestalized the struggle ended up being hypocrites themselves and degenerates, as well as the Black Panthers, related to them, one dying of crack addiction and getting shot, being infiltrated by the New World Order across the board. That race hustling, that race peddling is the oldest hustle back in the day. It's the oldest hustle. And people warned people of these race hustlers back in the day. These people are hustlers. Most of them, and then they hustle through the church too. A lot of church pastors turned into political race hustlers. All right. And their whole shtick was race hustling. And these people have destroyed communities. Absolutely destroyed them. All right. What pastor, and Martin Luther King was a Black pastor. And he was warned away from being a race hustler, but he couldn't help himself. Right. He couldn't help himself. But the race hustling, the new race hustlers are here on the internet right now, pushing and peddling that race hustle division to the people, to the masses, really getting nowhere. But I can't say too much about this, all right, because people do get emotional about these things. But these are the oldest tricks in the books. Making celebrities out of athletes and entertainers. We still do that today, all right, where we put too much emphasis on the celebrity and the entertainer to help us solve our problems. All right, our entertainers, they got out of the hood, so they should help us. And then what did Muhammad Ali become? He became that type of person because he felt like he made it out. So instead of him becoming great, which he became great, he had to go on this whole I need to save the Black community shit. Right. But he was victimized for the Vietnam War thing. But, he's a great individual. I don't have nothing negative to say. But why couldn't we have anybody great that come up instead of the savior complex? The savior complex, where we each one teach one, and then each one becomes better, and we build families around it. Instead, we go, hey, this celebrity is going to help us become better and highlight issues in our community where we cannot. All right, so it's unfortunately, man. He says Blacks are not allowed to organize. In a sense, I can understand that sentiment as well. They're not allowed to organize, but I think Black people need to come up with a better solution. I can come up with them for them, but they're not going to listen to me. All right, the best solution is do for self. But of course, the Black community doesn't like that because they can't make money off of it. But if I teach every Black man to handle their own responsibilities maturely and not be tipped off by racial politics, like I said in my book, handle your own business, handle your own family, handle your own backyard. All right. Nobody can make money off of that if I teach you that. Just like the free agent lifestyle. It's hard to make money if I teach you to handle your own business. If I teach you you're not a victim, I can't make money off of you. If I teach you to handle your own business and raise your own family and teach your own kids instead of worrying about everybody else's kid or have some other man come in and help raise some other man's kids, I can't profiteer off of that. But what you need to do is worry about your motherfucking self, worry about your backyard, and then excommunicate anybody from your community that's in here doing wrong. Shoot them niggas on the spot. Throw them niggas in jail. All right, but I can't make money off of that. People are going to say that ain't going to help us. What about these niggas? And what about the downtrodden? What about the people who've been victimized? Man, fuck them niggas. All right. I mean, that's my solution. Fuck them. But again, all right. Anyway, and fuck them. And no, we ain't raising no money. And no, we ain't planting no community garden. No, we ain't doing none of this bullshit. No, fuck that. All right, let them starve. Single mothers, let them fucking starve. Fuck that. Take their kids from them. Get CPS in there and take the kids from them. And don't let them CPS pimp them kids and put their ass on the track. All right, look. And stop depending on the white man to solve your problems. But hey, that's just me. But I can't make a song about that shit. All right, anyway. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here. Yes, indeed. And stop making heroes out of criminals. Stop making heroes out of criminals. All right, y'all make too many heroes out of criminals. Fuck that shit. All right, make a hero out of me. All right, we out of here. All right, I love y'all. Peace. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
Vibe blowing up the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing up my J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bay. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. Yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck, and they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not on trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Couple big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gon' run up a check. Demand my respect, I'm doing the most. I never quit, they want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is